Hello, people of the internet, of the world, of the future, classes where this show will be taught. We're coming in live. If you're not, you should all have multiple screens. You don't have to just watch Polyester Blend, but you should. If you only have one screen, watch Polyester Blend. But get up on the screen this finale, NCAA men's finale, which is happening. You can watch it on your local broadcasting station. Ryan, I doubt you have that ready to go, but I will tell you what's going on, Ryan. The heater's going on right now. It's down to 1 point in the championship game between Florida and Houston. Florida is up 64. Houston is at 63. There was a review going on. We're going to go live and we're going to do a talk along. This is a classic bit we did with the Stanley Cup. It's a KTRD Sports talk along where we talk along, give our thoughts on it. But I'm just going to get one more thing and I'll get settled here. But we are live on the internet. Give me about 15 seconds. Ryan, you here with me, my friend?
Yo, I'm here.
Oh, are you here? Most of the world is not. 64, 63, 26 seconds left. Oh boy. I like a good, talk along, Ryan. We look at sports. The world is happening right now, my friend. The world happening. We can't show it, Ryan, or we will get dinged. We're going to go right to it, my friend. Let's go. Let's jump. Before we get the show started, this is a preemptive KTRD Sports moment here. The following is a presentation of KTRD Sports. Welcome to the world. My name is Ryan Schlegel. Chowing down right now is our good friend, Ryan Bradford. Ryan Bradford, give me just a percentage. So like 0 to 100% or maybe 50% of what you've been following along with this NCAA men's basketball championship.
0%.
Oh! It's all right, my friend. Sports is not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. So you can see on that tiny screen behind my shoulder, Ryan, I'm tracking the wonderful basketball game. The reason I do this is most of the people who watch the show are going to be watching this. So we stall, my friend. We stall for time on this Monday. And of course, if we show it, we're going to get dinged. So we're not going to show it. No. But we are just going to do a little bit of a watch along until this comes to a conclusion, Ryan. Until it comes to a beautiful conclusion, which is moments away, seconds to go. Ryan, last time you watched an NCAA sports game, my friend?
Probably at my dad's house when I was in high school.
Years and years and years ago, I assume. Years and years ago. Well, Ryan, I will use this opportunity to say we will do the rest of the regular show here. We're just doing a little watch along. Doing a little talk along. I call it a talk along because if not, we get dinged. Ryan. Let's see. AA men's championship. Ryan, you ever slam dunk in your life?
Never have.
What?
Always wanted to.
Loser. No, I'm just kidding. Of course I've never slam dunked. Can you imagine? It's not, the slam dunking is not a husky boy, or it's not meant for the Hus in the world. You know what I mean? It's not meant for the Hus. But Ryan, God knows I'd love to. Maybe it should have been a goal, some sort of goal in my life, but it's not really coming to be, and nor do I really care for the rest of my life. Am I really going to do it? Probably not. Houston, Ryan, you've ever been to the city of Houston?
Never have.
What?
Been to Dallas and Austin. Not Houston, though.
All right. Well,
I don't know, Fort Worth.
fair enough. I don't know if I've been to the Dallas airport, but I don't think I've ever been anywhere else. I'm going to switch to this camera so I can join in watching here, Ryan. So, of course, I have it on the screen, but again, we'll get dinged. But look at this with the basketball hoop. Come on now. This is perfect. We like to do a little basketball hoop in a second here, but this is me, Ryan, in the Schledio. Hello, my friend. Watching this. It's 65-63. Florida was behind for a lot of this game. And they have won. It is over, my friend. It is an over game. Florida has won in a terrific comeback. Unbelievable game. We'll just do the shot right now. Then we're going to get to the beginning of Polyester Blend. Ryan, if I get this shot, we're going to have a great show, just like Florida had a great show here tonight in winning the championship. You think I'm going to get it this time, Ryan? You think I'm going to get it? I'm inspired by this game.
Yeah, I think you will. I think you're going to do it.
All right.
No, buddy. It's okay.
What am I, Houston? What am I, Houston, all of a sudden? People, we must get to it. Poly Blend. We're going to go live on, share an Instagram post. It is time. It is time to get started with Polyester Blend, the proper show. Let us begin right about now. KTRD, home of the Polyester Blend Network, is now on the air. Welcome to another broadcast day. Polyester Blend Live streams Mondays at 8 o'clock over the internet from the Schledio in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is also simulcast from UHF station KTRD, 299 megahertz frequency from Hastings Dip in Utah's West Desert. As Polyester Blend Network and KTRD starts its broadcast day, we ask you to join us as we dissect, try to understand, poke fun, and also share our love of this strange Utah existence. But before... Oh boy! Only a couple minutes late. Only a couple minutes late. We'll have all your friends joining us here tonight. Patrick Munger, Clayton Scrivener, Robert Girks,
And I don't want
producer
to
Rob,
ever,
Jeremy
anyway.
Matthews, the chat master, and sound engineer Janine, always in the background. We have tons of fun stuff we'll get to in a second. But just being inspired by watching a championship game, Ryan, I can't help but say it's cool to see a team win the championship here tonight. But we kind of always win a championship. Every week we're on the air because that's what we do. We are slinging three dynamite shots from downtown, alley-oops to each other in the bits because it's Monday. That means it's time for Polyester Blend Live.
Sure.
God, people. I already took the basketball shot. It didn't work out so well, but that's okay. That's fine. Because we got a great show ahead of us here. My name is Ryan Schlegel. Master of Ceremonies. Huh, Ryan? Would you say that? Master of Ceremonies?
Always. Hell yeah.
But coming from the master of his own domain, capital of Southern California, also the rushing food into his mouth before the show, capital of Southern California, San Diego. He is our Ed McMahon. Ryan Bradford, you with me?
I'm here. Oh, I'm here big time.
Love it, Ryan. We've got so much show to get to, so little time. But we must go to our good friend, the Schledio. The Schledio is going to be our new announcer when it comes to the lineup for tonight. Schledio, take it over for a second.
It's really sorry. Good to see you guys. Just want to let everyone know here tonight, we're going to have a great point of order. Then we're going to have Pat Munger stand-up. It's going to be a great Pat Munger stand-up. Then the beginning of the KTRD Sports TV Jingle draft will happen tonight, followed up by topics as well as the music theme that will be shown here tonight. But let's go back to you, Ryan. Take it over.
Wow. Good job, kid. Good job. His first time ever announcing the lineup. We'll continue with that, maybe some graphics while we do that. But Ryan, let's get to the real deal here. How was your week, my friend? How are you? How's everything going?
My week's been okay. I think I was on spring break last week, and you get through unless you have like a vacation plan, like a destination plan where you're away from home. You spend like half the week just dreading going what you are doing back to school.
Yes. Oh, I can only imagine because you had your spring break.
So we had the show last week, and that was really fun. Then Tuesday, then Wednesday rolls around, and I'm already dreading Monday.
Yep. No, but I was on the vacation. I came back, and I literally it was just nonstop. Everything's a different thing. We had the beginning of the end of the inaugural season of the Utah Hockey Club. We'll get to that in a second. We had Steph's birthday dinner with their family, which was fantastic. Got to see the nephews and nieces and play a game that my nephew loves, which is he taps me on the shoulder and I go, "Who was that? Who did that?" And he goes, and I'm like, "Who did that? Who did that?" And I do it over and over, like, because they don't get. Listen.
No. How old is this kid?
Oh, he's got to be, I don't know, 5, maybe 4.
Yeah. That's the age when they just do not get sick of things.
No, and they also don't get sick of the game of let's just slug them. Let's go ahead and slug Uncle Rye, which is always a fun game. But Ryan, we did that. Then we had a hot game. I just had no time to really. There are things I want to do on the show coming up. We've got a great spring of Polyester Blend coming up. So many bits and merriments, but I feel like I couldn't catch my breath. Had so much going on this week. But I was just telling it earlier, but I just let everybody out there in fun Polyester Blend land. We got nothing. I got nothing. Mondays, we're back on track. No vacations. Hockey is ending this week for Utah Hockey Club. So we are going to have nothing but Mondays be solid here for several months, including, don't forget, Ryan, we are 2 months away, maybe even less, whenever you get done with school, to the 5th anniversary show of Polyester Blend. More and fun and excitement coming up on that. But here tonight, Ryan, we've got a friend of ours, Pat Munger. Are you there with us?
Hey guys.
What's up, buddy? Hey, are you we're on for a little bit later. I know, do you still have some duties to take care of? Are you gonna
everything is better coming on later.
I love it. All right, my friend. Well, Patrick Munger's here tonight, Ryan, because you can guess one thing only. We're gonna be treated by a little bit of stand-up and a little bit of Pat Munger punch-up coming up here tonight. We can't wait for that. Pat, you will join us through the Point of Order segment. Well, then we'll get to that. We also got this guy. I think he's here. Gurks.
I'm here. I'm here.
How was it? How was the game? Give us a quick recap. We need a quick recap. Let's go to Clay.
Can I do a quick Gurky impression?
Please.
I'm here.
It's the correct impression of the show. Like, all right, here we go again. Yeah, all right. I mean, we need reaction. Gurk, how did the goddamn championship go?
I can't get my actual camera going or my light.
I love
I'm still trying to deal with some stuff. Technical issues. You're familiar with that.
This is Polyester Blend, my friend. You know what we do here.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you want spoilers or not?
Yeah, we watched it. I mean, we had a talk along. So tell us, we saw that Florida came back, right? Florida came back.
You know, I mean, Florida is obviously the best state in the nation.
Clearly.
It's even better. It's even better than Texas. It was. It sort of came down to which red state was the best red state.
Hey, they're better.
Well, they need a win right now, so
they do. They do.
I think Florida's the best red state. Clearly. I mean, Matt Gaetz is from there, so we know it's a great state. Here's the thing I keep thinking about with this. I mean, we go to Florida now that they're champions, because you might not have any money by next week, because we're going to be entering a Great Depression here, people, and it's time to see the sights you've always wanted to see. You've always wanted to go, like Florida.
Yeah, you got to go to Disneyland, people.
Have you been to Florida?
I've been to Florida. I've been the best parts of Florida.
Florida Keys.
Florida.
So I watched 10 seconds of the entire NCAA tournament, and it was because Slagle told Zed to turn it on.
Yes.
So just to clarify, this guy needs to take his buzzer shot.
Yeah.
And he went up to take it, decided not to take it, so he just dropped the ball.
But then he couldn't touch it. He couldn't.
He
touch
could not
it
pick it up because it would be traveling.
Correct.
Munger, you're looking sexy.
Also correct.
Yeah.
People, here's the thing. I mean, this basketball business, Skirky.
And then it seemed like no one realized what was going on, and the ball just kind of bounced a few times until a Houston player tackled it, or Florida player.
It was the worst possible ending to a really pretty good basketball game, really.
Well, sad.
Here's the thing. Like, Jeremy, you love soccer matches that are defensive oriented, and it ends up like coming down to like the last. That's what this game was. It was defensive oriented, very defensive heavy, and Florida, probably because of the meth. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Ended up winning the game.
God bless. Now, Ryan, how interested are you on this on a scale of 1 to 10? Well, 10 being the most.
10, obviously.
Well,
10.
Now, here's the thing.
I think we can appreciate the folly. I'm not a basketball guy, but I can appreciate that this guy is going to be haunted by his fuck up for the rest of his life. Like,
what's the new thing?
It's like a goalkeeper in soccer, like picking up a pass back, and then it's a handball. And it's like an indirect free kick in the box, something like that. Like, and then it leads to a goal.
Right.
Like, it's that kind of fuck up where, like, you at least want to take the shot and say, well, my shot got blocked or I missed it. You don't just want to drop it like a fucking dunce.
Wow. And here's the thing I would say. I remember the times I failed at beer league hockey. The moments that haunt me. There was one championship game. We made it to the championship game. There was one goal I wish I was playing goalie that time, and we lost 3-1. And really only one of the goals I wish I had back was early in the game, just went right underneath my glove. I think about that, and that matters to like 20 people. This poor bastard, nationwide, worldwide, who cares about basketball? He's got to worry about this. But I'm going to say this. Hey, you ever want to come on Polyester Blend? I don't know who missed the shot. And just be like, live in the land of the losers. Okay, live in the land of the losers. There's a home for you out here. It's like the misfit toys, Ryan. We're like the misfit. You fuck up in life, unless you're like some nefarious bad person. But like, you just made a mistake. Polyester Blend's your home. That's where we live here on Polyester Blend. Here's the thing I was going to bring up real quick is that we are, of course, on Instagram. So if you want to check out Polyester Blend on Instagram, there's our post here tonight announcing TV Jingle Draft that's just coming up in a little bit. But don't forget to like, share, and ask questions. We're trying to make this a place where you can ask questions of the show, all sorts of stuff. So check that out. But we got to get going. We got to get going for the rest of the show. Ryan, before we get on, we got to open the courts. I got a small claims court here tonight, and I do mean small.
All right.
Small claims court. People,
I'm ready to hear the case.
We're going to go to the Polyhead courts where we plead a case, and you all will be the judge and jury on this. We must go to it. It's time for Polyhead courts. This week's case. These nuts too small? You guys are the jury and the judge, but I recently went to a fantastic speakeasy, Ryan, this new culture of like, hey, we used to have those in the 30s the 20s, the speakeasies business, right? Speakeasies. But they're not really speakeasies, right, Ryan? It's totally legal. and above board. I wasn't at some secret meetup. You know what I mean? I'm not with
As far as I know.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true. You don't know. You just
I don't
know, Ryan.
What's the legality here?
So, but what I wanted to bring, I don't even know if it's on Google Maps, but people, take a look at this. So, of course, Ryan, I've been going a season ticket holder to this wonderful Utah Hockey Club, which is right here at the Delta Center. But Ryan, across the street in the Depot building here, they have done an amazing job, Ryan, an amazing job with renovating this wonderful Union Pacific building. There's a bar in the lobby I've talked about briefly, but there's a speakeasy up here in these upstairs glass. You see this glass on the second floor, Ryan?
Yeah.
It's a wonderful speakeasy. Little expensive, but good stuff. Good stuff. It's upstairs. They don't even have you can't even link to it here. But Ryan, I go in there, fancy cocktails. We're just loving it. Great atmosphere. Super beautiful. Looks down on the great indoors of that Depot building, the Union Pacific building. Love it. But Steph's like, we need a little something to nosh on, and the guy, and we look and we're like, ooh, it looks like you've got salted roasted nuts. And the guy goes, my favorite. Order them up. Let's go. And they come in this little can thing, but Ryan, I got a photo I got to take about them. Delicious flavor. There's nothing wrong with the flavor here. So good. But they're chopped up. They're not whole nuts. You know what I'm not getting? I'm getting these little pieces. And I took a photo because I wanted to be like, I want a whole pecan. I don't need this it was almost like someone mashed it up in a thing, Ryan. And my question, just from the photos, and these are just the photos, I provide the evidence here. Do those nuts look too small, or do you feel like they're adequately sized roasted nuts, or are they too small? What are your thoughts here?
I think it's all preference, man. What did Steph think about him?
Too small.
Too small?
And she likes... Never mind. Ryan, I mean, do you have a preference? Were you like, I kind of like them?
I think I'm with you.
Okay.
I think I'm with you. I think I would prefer my nuts whole.
A larger nut.
Bigger nut, yeah.
Pat,
So-
your thoughts on this? Bigger nuts, or what are your thoughts? You're a man who's worked in the food industry before.
Am I on screen?
I know it's too hot in here with your shirt off, but God bless.
It's hot in here.
You're in the garage. We understand. Do you like a larger nut, a whole nut, or are you fine with this chopped up nut when you get salted nuts?
Oh, I don't like chopped up. Now I want to use my teeth.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Jeremy, your thoughts on this?
I don't really have any thoughts about these nuts because I'm not a.
It's vegetarian.
I'm not a nut enthusiast, but
What the fuck? I don't know.
But yeah, I could see how you'd want the whole nut.
Hold on.
I'll sign on.
You're a
to
veggie
that.
man and you don't like nuts?
No, they make me nauseous.
Jesus.
You might have thoughts on the nuts. Do you?
Chopped
That
nuts or
doesn't
whole
answer the
nut?
question, Janine. Chopped or whole? Whole.
Janine's
How-
right.
Can I ask a clarifying question before
Please.
I render my judgment?
But please, I must say before you do that, Jeremy, you've been sentenced 30 days not eating food until you decide to eat nuts like an adult. Go ahead, Kirk.
So plus or minus one. How many nuts did you have in your mouth that night?
Listen, I can't accurately tell you that because I could have had 4 whole nuts, or did I have 25 tiny fragments of other nuts?
But okay, so somewhere between 4 and 25 nuts in your mouth that night.
Easy.
This is like pinning down the turnout at the demonstration on Saturday.
which we'll get to, baby.
Don't get me started on
Can't
that.
wait to talk about that. Might do a little talk about that.
Anyway, I mean, if you're going to pay for nuts, you need to get the nut right in your mouth.
Thank you. Full nut placed right there. Here's what I'm going to say. Ryan, final verdict, Ryan.
I think I'm with you.
Okay.
Nuts too small.
Adorable little speakeasy that I recommend everyone go to. A little pricey, but the bar down there is not, it's all nice. It's very nice atmosphere. My because I've been given now the jury of the I'm going to order this place. You must serve full nuts for the next 24 hours. I need to come by, try them nuts. and I bet they're going to be changed. So whole nuts for at least 24 hours till we see what's going on here.
What the fuck is going on with Pat?
People, speaking of the nut champion of polyester blend, this guy put time away from his soaking on wonderful nuts in his mouth to come and join the show. He is, of course, our chili bowl himself,
Jesus
Clayton
Christ,
Scribner.
man.
There he is rollerblading earlier today. Clayton Scribner, welcome to the show.
What's up?
So excited. Your thoughts quickly here before we move on this championship game that we just saw.
Yeah, whatever.
Whoa! Do you lose money? Is that why you're so pissed off?
No, it's whatever.
Ryan, what? Okay, sidebar, Ryan. Real sidebar over here, Ryan.
Sidebar. Can we do a side room?
Side room. I wish we could. Well, let's keep it in. I'm just kidding. What do you think he means by that? Does he hate it? Does he have nothing to say? Like, why would he react that way?
I think something's irking him.
Okay. I'm gonna go back. Let's ask. I'm gonna go back and ask if Clay's getting irked.
Okay, sidebar over.
Sidebar over. Hey, Clay, anything going on today? You all right, bud? Did you lose a family member? Where are we at?
No, man, I'm fine.
Why are you so sully on this basketball? Don't you love basketball?
What's my name?
Clayton Scribner. Oh,
okay, there you go.
Sidebar,
All right.
Sidebar.
Okay,
Sidebar.
cool.
Wait, sidebar.
Sidebar. Ryan, you know what it is? I think he hates the Chili Bowl. I think he hates the Chili Bowl nickname, and I think that was what was irking him, right? I think that's what it is. Sidebar over. All right, Clayton. I'm just saying, Chili does start with a C, and so does Clayton. But
Whatever,
anyway,
man, stop.
Clayton.
What?
Now that we know that your name is Clayton Scribner, any thoughts on the basketball game?
It was entertaining. I don't really care about either one of those teams.
This guy.
I mean, what's the joy in college?
I'm too
sports?
cool to care about basketball.
I know. He's texting about it in the last 30 minutes. It seems like he cared. I thought I was giving him a moment to tee off.
Did you have any action, Clayton? Did you have a bracket?
I lost $20. But that was a long time ago. I lost a long time ago.
Yeah, he lost that in the day 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Clay.
Thanks for paying attention, Robert. Now listen.
You know what?
It was kind of like Gerke's performance in a poly blend bracket.
It's true. Oh, more on that coming up here tonight. Way to go, Jeremy. God, I think I took it away.
I didn't stop caring.
That's true.
Like some quitter.
Well,
who has partial nuts in his mouth.
You know what, guys? We're going. Clay so thorny. Clay is so thorny here tonight. We got a thorny Clay, thorny Clay here tonight. That's all right because he's spicy. Not unlike the nuts.
What's the future of What's the future of college sports? It's just like it doesn't feel like it's very bright.
People. We are inside of Clayton's Sports Roundup. He has thrown out the question. Gerke, you're probably more prepared, qualified to answer this more than anyone else.
Who's at the bar at Asher Adams? Fancy pants.
Well, again, he shows up to the show late. Gerke, what are your thoughts on Clay's?
What's with Patrick Munger's naked workouts?
Easy.
Like, is this?
We just let him go. We let him go
in your garage too. That's really freaky.
That's I set him up. He's got a weights. He's got he spread all the way out, Clay. He spread all the way out.
Clown motel.
Clown motel. I'm bonded by the state, dog. Gerke, your thoughts? Clayton seems to be done with the entire sport of basketball when it comes to men's college basketball. Your thoughts?
What? So he's going to advocate for NBA basketball as a better
NBA is trash.
Are we done? So what? So basketball as an entire thing is done.
No, I'm only betting junior jazz. That's all I'm into. That's the purest form. No older than 5th grade.
Clay, we're just hanging out with our fucking FanDuel apps on Junior Jazz, just trying to get in-game parlays. How's that kid
just
doing?
hanging out, taking action.
Yeah, did he puke earlier? Did he have a sandwich? Did he get an orange peel? Where are we at with this kid? Should I bet on him?
I bet that tall kid goes for 15-4.
That kid's picking his nose. He's not doing shit. Bet's void. Bet's void. I mean, these are the things we have to work on. You know what I can say, Clay? You might
the kid with glasses. I'm gonna put money on the kid with glasses actually making a shot.
That's a starry-eyed dreamer. I don't like him. He's gonna.
Hey, the guy named Clayton won, which was cool. I always usually bet on Clayton's. You know what I'm saying?
Bet on Clay's.
It was Clayton time.
If you can't bet on yourself,
yeah.
Clayton time. They kept saying What's wrong with Clayton? Clayton's supposed to be the big star. Clayton's the lead. Clayton's the head of Polyester. The head of Florida.
Yeah, and your ego just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's all it takes. It's just the name.
Clay, I love it so much.
I tell you what. Speaking of sports, real quick, still my segment.
Please.
I went to 2 of the most storied stadiums in professional sports and sports in general. One of them, so far as calls itself the most famous arena in sports.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. And let me tell you, that was an experience. It was Madison Square Garden got remodeled a few years ago. Boy, it looks nice. I went there when it was trashy. It's all nice now.
So you've been there multiple times? Look at you.
Yeah, I saw the Knicks a few times.
Look at this guy, this sportsman. Ryan Bradford, you lived in New York. How many times you go to Madison Square Garden, Ryan?
Is Madison Square Garden a bar in Brooklyn?
We stayed in Brooklyn.
It's close enough, right? It's close enough. I mean,
do they give you free tater tots?
I was gonna say, what was their gimmick? Free pizza, free tater tots. Easily, you can do coke in the bathroom, no problem. Hey,
hell yeah.
So Clay, were you upper decker? Were you upper decker in this one?
In this game, we upper decked. Yeah.
Still good sightlines. Good sightlines.
Yeah, they put these weird floating suites. I think you can see them up there. These floating suites that do take the sightlines away from the super upper deck, but we were good.
Always wanted to go there, Clay. Always wanted to go there. Jealous.
Rangers fans were great, very polite. They enjoyed Charlie.
Oh.
And then we ended up going to the NBA store in Manhattan, and he wanted to get a vintage NBA jersey. He picked Nate Robinson's throwback New York Knicks jersey. So he wore that to the Yankees game, and he was the star of that game. He looked like everybody wanted to shake hands with my son. He thought it was cool. All the New Yorkers eating him up.
Did he? So you guys went up to the Bronx, and Charlie took over the Bronx for that day.
Yeah, we had really good seats. And boy, there was one guy in an Arizona Diamondbacks jersey, and he got just fucking tortured the entire night, and it was just classic. There was like Wolf of Wall Street kids behind us. There was Hasidic Jews to the right of us.
Yes.
And there was like Italian young like dudes to the left of us, and they were all just railing upon this guy in all their form and fashion of New York shit talking in a beautiful way. It was very educational for Charlie.
I love it. Getting the kid in there.
Did Charlie get to listen to Company Flow while in New York? The best independent hip hop group that ever came.
I did send him what you said. I sent him what he was listening to it on the subway.
Look at that.
And
well, I didn't ask for a review. Do you want a full review? I'll check in later.
Next week we'll get a full review from Charlie on that.
That's a weird. Why is there a football stadium?
No idea. I was wondering the exact same thing, Clay. No idea. The last thing, Clay, on this is Charlie like. Was he happy, or is he into the New York sports teams, or is it just like
it wasn't as much as the teams as just being in New York and being there for the
mecca
for that
of
experience,
sports.
right?
Mecca of sports,
and just the mecca of everything. I mean, he really liked. We took the subway everywhere. We stayed in Brooklyn. We walked. We went to local restaurants in Brooklyn, and
what part of Brooklyn were you in?
Brooklyn.
We were in Williamsburg, but we cruised around. We went to Park Slope. We went
get some pizza.
We got so much pizza.
Best spot.
So much pizza. Well, there's this place right next to Madison Square Garden that's kind of like the place. What's it called? Sbarro's. It's Sbarro's. No, La Suprema.
Ray's famous.
Suprema. We went there.
People, we're about to continue on here, but Clay, you already brought this up. We're already in Sports Roundup. I think it's only appropriate to do this. Clay, you know what happened just yesterday in New York City? When it comes to sports, now I was on Long Island.
Oh, Ovechkin?
My friend.
We were in D.C. when this happened.
No way. D.C. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Ovechkin fires.
We took the train. We took the train down to DC, and my brother wanted to meet me at the
first time?
The bar. At the bar.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "It is packed, and it's going crazy for this hockey game."
Cause it has officially happened, my friend.
Yeah.
An unbreakable record has happened in hockey. Alex Ovechkin, born only a couple months before me, 39. Love the man. He is still scoring 40 goals in the NHL, and this happened on Sunday.
Crisscrossing with Chikrin through center. Send in Wilson on the flank. Cross ice. Ovechkin fires. Score!
895 goals. This guy has scored more goals in the NHL than anyone in the history of the NHL, and we're alive to see it. I remember as a kid watching Wayne Gretzky, who he just beat, do that in 1994. Gordie Howe was on attendance. He was the last one to have that record. Amazing moment. I can't. We'll go. Save everyone the hyperbole. But I could just go off about maybe one of the most astonishing stats in sports in general. Just incredible. I remember 10 years ago people being like, he might do it. He might do it. But Clay, as much as this is amazing, still an achievement. I don't want to get too into it, but Clay, Wayne Gretzky was following him around to be on hand, which I appreciate. But Clay, did you know that the controversy, what's going on with Wayne Gretzky right now?
He's a Trumper?
Oh, my friend, Mr. Gretzky wants to make America great again. And it's
I don't know how the Canadians feel about that. They have
the
to be
Canadians
really
are turning their back on Wayne because they're like, Wayne, you're like a super Canadian, and you're like giving it up to this motherfucker who's trying to, take over change Canada from being a country to a state. That he's had to come out, and his wife is like, leave him alone. He's a good man. It's like, well, he's hanging out with fascists. What do you want this? So I already knew this. I was already disappointed in Wayne, a childhood figure, of course, my most important player ever. I've read his book. He's a Canadian boy at heart, but I guess he can get turned by the dark side. Clay, guess who he was hanging out with Gary Bettman on the right? But while every game until Ovechkin got the win, who's on the left there, Clay?
It looks like the Cash Patel.
Cash Patel, my friend.
Jesus Christ.
I am
What's he doing? Shouldn't he be taking care of business?
I'm trying to be the greatest stat ever happening. I can't believe this is happening. But Wayne Gretzky's hanging out with the head of the FBI, this super MAGA motherfucker, who, yes, Clay, should be maybe doing FBI shit. And he's just there. He was there on Friday. He was there yesterday. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I mean,
the less time Cash Patel is spending at the FBI, the better.
Fair point. Fair point. It's just like,
Can we get someone else to break some records in Washington?
Well, and it's like, Clay, it's that thing of I don't want this to be a thing where it's I look back, which already it is. It's I look back at all these records, the biggest moment in hockey in 20 years, really, seriously, one of the most amazing moments in hockey ever. And it'll always be tainted by a bunch of fucking Nazis hanging out with them. Just disappointing.
Speaking of white power, look at those teeth, man. Oof.
Hey, some beautiful veneers there. Some beautiful veneers.
Those will blind your ass.
But it doesn't change the fact it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing. Can't take it away. So happy to see it. Glad to live through it, even though it's completely disappointing what it turned out to be. Clay, we really don't have much on point of order. So I'm thinking this, my friend. Well, actually, let's do this. Let's do our first music break. We come back, and then we get into a little point of order, and then we've got our good man, shirtless, failed treasure hunter, successful quiz writer. Well, actually, failed treasure hunter, failed quiz writer, semi-successful stand-up. We'll see more here tonight. And then we've got a wonderful jingle draft here tonight and some topics.
Jingle draft.
Sounds like a great show to get started here, Clay.
One last insight on tainted sports moments. Is Jesse Owens.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking
4
of.
golds in Germany with Hitler in attendance. So,
that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes, you summed it up perfectly, Jeremy. Because
sometimes, it's not always sunshine and lollipops.
Turns out the real world can be nasty.
Well, Ovechkin's, you can't really, I love Stockton and Malone, and, come on. Their politics are whack. Can't love a sport. You can't really hang your head on sports guys and their politics sometimes.
Especially a Russian boy who literally.
I was going to say Ovechkin's pro-Putin, so whatever.
Super pro-Putin. Super pro-Putin. That's why everyone was joking. Is the pro-Putin guy handed off his record to another pro-Putin guy. People, we come back. Did you have a song? Did you get a song for this, Clay? This
No,
weird
sorry.
one. Ryan, did you get a weird one?
No, I didn't. No.
I figured you had something in mind.
No,
It's so
no.
specific.
I was throwing out a weird one. So what I was thinking for tonight, I was just trying to think of like.
Breaking records. Okay, I'll send you one.
Okay, send me one so we have for the next music break. But I was trying to be like, in honor of Ovechkin, the fascist winning. I was like, what about like songs that have record in it? Record, I don't know. Maybe there's a record song out there. So like in Jeopardy, where look at this broken record, Bouncing Souls, Ryan Bradford, come
Oh, hell
through.
yeah. Oh, baby.
Okay.
I'm very excited for this.
Perfect. People, we are going to come back after a one song break. It is 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Let's see if it works though. It's trying here. It's trying. Let's see. Yeah, we got it. People, Bouncing Souls. The song, Broken Record. Not, spelled broken like break. But people, Broken Record. Thank you, Clay. I'll use that next time. One set song, a break. We come back. We've got a tiny point of order, a large stand-up, and then we got plenty of fun stuff coming up. 2 minutes, 51 seconds. We'll be right back. This song in honor of Ovechkin, breaking the record, Broken Record, Bouncing Souls.
To the same old places, skipping like a broken record. I love you all, but I gotta get out and change this scenery.
Sure.
What I'm living for, I've got to change this life that I'm living. Nowhere to run from myself, nowhere hide from the truth. Nowhere to run from myself, nowhere hide from the truth. I tried to find someone who knew, somebody to give myself to. I learned the hard way, when you give yourself away, you give away your life too. Nowhere to run from myself, nowhere to hide from the truth. Nowhere to run from myself, nowhere to hide from the truth. Nowhere to run from myself, nowhere to hide from the truth. Nowhere to run from myself, nowhere to hide from the truth. I tried to find some place that seemed right for me. I walked the streets till I lost my mind. And that was the best place to be. When I lost my mind, the truth set me free. Set me free. Set me free. Set me free.
Come on. Bouncing Souls. Come on, Rye.
I love it.
Still have a.
I saw them a few years ago.
Yeah.
And it was fun, but it was like it was after that show I was like, I should stop spending money on nostalgia bands.
I gotta
Because I was like, I'm nearly 40.
Yeah.
This isn't the same like I love that song, I love those albums, but like seeing these
You're
bands,
not-
it was just not has the same magic as when you're 16 and you're like out on a weeknight.
buddy. I'm gonna have that coming up for Kilby Court, the first night Kilby Court, Clay. Right? It's about to.
I'm just laughing at like the end of the slow waning of enjoyment of life, being squeezed out like a old orange.
Yep, that's
Bouncing
exactly what it was.
souls.
Drinking my $16 beer, being like, man, this used to be a lot more fun.
True.
Just reflect on the hollow emptiness of existence.
Speaking of, Clay, how's the 401k looking today?
I don't look at that. I did hop a turnstile in New York and cracked my leg like an old man.
Oh my god, that's the best story I've heard.
Please, right in front of your son. Please tell me
right in front of my kid.
Yep.
Credit card reader wasn't working, man.
Charlie,
Watch this, Charlie.
Watch this, Charlie.
Cut to the hospital.
And they like stumble over like drunkards looking.
Your old
I was
man knows a
completely
few
sober.
tricks himself.
It's like that's what I get for doing drunk things sober.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, I used to have a superpower. Now I just
Yeah.
I have to
If I
fix
was wasted, I would have cleared that like a gazelle.
Speaking of clearing it like a gazelle, Clay, let's clear the only things I wanted to bring up in the docket here for point of order. Let's go right into it. Point of order! Where we look at some hyper-local news, and go over our thoughts on these subjects. The only thing I wanted to bring up, Clay, the protest, Clay, this weekend.
Yeah, that happened when we were out of town. I mean, look at all the...
Look at
Man, Soros must have really
he paid all the
just
people.
divvied out a lot of cash for those Utah protests.
Jeremy, true or false, you were there?
I was indeed there.
10,000 people?
I was at Soros money. What'd you spend it on? Did you spend it? Did you spend it on an expensive imported beer?
Yes. Yes, I did. How did you guess?
Did you buy an
Janine
e-bike?
actually, she pocketed all the money for our whole group.
Oh wow, that's good.
She
Smart.
told Soros, so I'll pay them all. I'll distribute it, and then she just pocketed it.
Smart lady. I mean, how was the vibe there? What was the vibe, Jeremy?
It was good vibe. I mean, it was so crowded. It was hard to get to a vantage point where you could really see and count each person individually. So I didn't quite finish tallying up the count, but it was pretty crazy. It was like people were still coming up like an hour in and trying to find parking. It was pretty, if you like parking,
you'll love going to this thing.
Yeah. Well, if you like looking for parking spaces, I guess is what would be good.
Listen, buddy, you've showed the world that here in Utah we still care. God bless you. Love it so much. You know what they also were shown this weekend was that we're not done yet, guys. Posted in SLC Reddit. There's a new one.
I saw that church in my
Julia Reagan. They are not done with the billboards, Clay. She will be.
So is this because they have a lawsuit? Now they're like, we're putting more fucking billboards up.
Yeah, Clay. Any insight on this or anyone?
I have no clue, but I've seen it's not just there's a loved in life, missed dearly, and I saw that one today. So she's got a few.
I think that there are two sisters who have argued over what the image would be.
Oh.
And finally, they were like, "Fine, we'll do the purple one."
Well, Clay loves it because he's kind of jealous of her hat, right? Clay, you're like, oh, that's a pretty sweet trilby.
I was
trilby adjacent.
That's trilby.
I was actually. Do you know what? I'll tell you my God's honest truth when I saw the new edition today.
Please.
I was like, oh my God, the Reagan family is using it. Like, their Reagan family is known for putting up like dumb billboards to get your attention so they can measure their effectiveness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, they're using Julia Reagan to gauge the effectiveness of billboards. I'm like, wow, they've also nice hat.
Great trilby. Speaking of
is that a shop? That's a shop, bro.
Oh, maybe we need to shop that. We should show her in her better times. But people, you know who shows us him in his better times? He is constantly thinking of bits, funniness, all this amazing stuff. That's why we like to go to a segment, a stand-up segment, where our good friend, failed treasure hunter, failed quiz writer, successful comedy writer, let's give it over to him. People, our good comedian friend, Patrick Munger!
And he put his shirt on.
Wait, hold on, you're muted. Oh, he's got it going. There you go.
Thanks for putting on a shirt, Pat.
Still muted. Still muted. Still muted.
Still muted. Well, definitely failed at polyester blender today.
That was the least amount of like heads up you could have possibly given me for me to do improv.
I'm pretty sure he teased it before the break.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
Here we go, baby. Patrick Munger.
Take it away, Magic.
Failed treasure hunter is apocryphal. I just want you guys, this is just for historical. No, Clayton Scribner.
Oh.
You know what that is?
Yeah, it's the thinker statue. You found it.
Well, we helped Don Joe.
Yes.
All right, stand up. Clayton doesn't laugh easy, I've noticed. Oh, I got him a laugh. All right. So I get a pocket dial from my 78-year-old aunt, who literally just sends me like cute quotes and pictures of cats. And she calls me up and I go, hey, Aunt Seal, who died?
Oh my God.
She went, what? Who?
Oh.
Who? And she just started crying.
Oh, wow.
Just started crying. And I go, nobody died. And she goes, well, who died? You can tell me. And I said, nobody. I said, you just called me. And she said, what? You called me?
Oh my God. It's
it took
heartbreaking.
like 30 minutes to. So, good advice.
This is fucking hilarious.
Don't say who died. Don't say who died to people who are over the age of 70.
That's one of your better bits, dude. I like the slice of life comedy.
Love it. Love it.
All right. Did you guys know that April 19th is National Pig Day? It's used to show the intelligence, the charm of a pig. And then April 12th is National Star Day. It's for astronomers. It's getting excited for the new season coming out. And then April 23rd is National Homeless Day.
Oh boy.
That's not true. The only day for the homeless is December 21st, which is when we memorialize all of the homeless dead who had no names.
Jesus.
I was in the bathroom.
Yeah. When you thought of that?
I was in the bathroom at an airport, and there were like it was just super busy. I'm in New York, actually.
Hello.
And there's two lines. There's one.
Oh, doing some crowd work. Anybody here been to New York?
there's one for the stalls, and then there's one for the urinals. And I'm a stall guy at airports. I want to sit.
My favorite bit so far.
I want to sit. I want to think. I want to look at my phone. I want to think about how I'm getting to where I'm going next. So I'm standing and I'm
repeatedly wipe his butt.
I'm right in the front, and all the stalls are closed. Amazing too, by the way. Shitting takes a long time. I can't. It's like the urinal. Go. The stalls are closed forever. I'm just standing there. The line's getting longer. There's like 8 guys behind me. I hate taking luggage in stalls too. It's disgusting, but I do it.
But your phone isn't?
This guy, there's a flush, and we're like, oh, we got a flush. And then he goes, gross. And then this huge man comes out of the stall. And I just did this. Go ahead. I said it to the guy behind me. Go ahead. And then he did the same thing to the guy behind him. And he did the same thing behind him.
Whoa.
And then we're just standing there. And Clayton.
Yeah.
I went into that stall.
Whoa.
That's gross.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
So like going into the belly of the beast.
Clayton, the next 2 are for you.
Okay.
Put your phone down. Your girlfriend's still your girlfriend unless you messed it up.
Why do you keep
seconds?
Okay.
All right. So, So I go another.
Sorry, I'm not on the shitter in JFK. I'll put down my phone. You're right.
I thought it was going to turn out that Clayton was the guy who left the stall.
There's nothing worse than Clayton looking down while I'm doing gestures. All right, you ready, Clayton? The next two are for you.
Sure, man.
Because you caused one of them. Not this first joke. Whoa. The next. So, this is another bathroom story, guys. So I'm in San Diego working on a house.
Hello.
Doing painting. And this is what painting is. And we go to a steak dinner in this little club, and they have these beautiful velvet paintings.
Wait, name the club.
I can't think of it. It's closed now, Ryan.
I know what you're talking about.
Bar. It was a piano bar.
It's Albies or Red Fox Room.
But it's closed now, right? And it's on a weird little street, and it had velvet paintings of nudes, a piano bar, Okay, that's where I was. And it's really it's like chill, and then it picks up, and all the gray hairs come in. It's awesome. We have like a steak, chopped salad, spinach. It's like the best meal. We're finishing our job, and then I go to the bathroom, and like just as I'm going to the bathroom, the line kind of just fills up behind me again. And there's a guy in front of me who's younger than me, and he goes into the bathroom. And when he opens the door, I see a urinal, and I see a stall. But I realize it's a one-person bathroom. But I just go in right behind him. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he's like, "I don't mind." So I'm peeing. He's going in the stall. And then men just start coming in. Like, they think there's multiple urinals and stalls.
Whoa.
And the line just is in the bathroom. And as I'm leaving, I realize I caused all of this. Wash my hands. And this old guy comes in, and he says, "What's happening here, gentlemen?"
Wow.
And I'll end my night with this, Clayton.
Closer.
You once caused two guys to say, "What's happening here, gentlemen?"
Oh.
We're in Idaho. We're in Lava Hot Springs, and it's our friend George Elliott's bachelor party.
I didn't cause this.
And we're having so much fun. This is insane fun in Lava Hot Springs. Like, it blew my mind. It was like all of my friends blew my mind how crazy everyone was.
We went hard on the paint.
It's like midnight. It's midnight. It's getting late in Lava Hot Springs. Clayton leaves, I think, to get beer, but you were gone for like ever.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting in a living room, lights out. I have a blanket over me eating popcorn. And everybody is mellow. So it's the mellow part of the craziness of the evening that gets crazier. And we're watching an adult film on 8mm with a projector just on the wall.
Jesus.
5 guys not talking. And Clayton walks in with a 12-pack with 2 milk-fed Idaho boys who are Mormons with shirts tucked in, with belt buckles on.
What?
And they walk into this room of 5 mellow guys with pupils like this, just staring at this old 70s 8mm. And the one guy says, "What's going on here, gentlemen?" And then walked out.
Wow.
I was trying to.
That is Punch Up Live.
Wow, people! By the way, the graphic, Pat, this week, I am so impressed with the graphic this week, Pat. My God, we enter Pat Munger joke punch up I mean, those
Good one, Pat. That was a good one.
They're such personal stories, Pat. You know, you're doing the bits. What do you want? What do you want from us? I love it. And by the way, this setup, can we do this setup all the time, Pat? This is what I want, my friend. Ryan, you love San Diego. What'd you think about the San Diego part?
I was interested. I recognized the place. I tried eating there one time, and it was on the way out. So obviously it was like the 2-hour wait. And I was like, how good can the steaks be? This is my time. I don't want to wait 2 hours for anything. Right. But I did see the inside. I did see the velvet paintings that Pat is talking about, and it was a truly cool place. I did have a punch-up idea for an earlier joke you said, but I can't remember it anymore.
Ryan, write him down next time. Yeah. Jeremy, your thoughts here.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have written down punch-up notes.
You know what? It's hard to.
I think it turning out that Clayton was the guy in the bathroom stall who no one wanted to go after. Like that would have been a good.
That would have been true, though. What's the problem?
Clayton, your thoughts on this punch-up?
Doesn't have to be true.
I think this is astronomically above average.
He's coming. Our kid's coming into his own. Here's what I'm going to say, Pat. Clayton's dead on. I mean, this is the improvement we've seen. I mean,
astronomically above average.
But I will also say a lot of these jokes will rely on Clay being in the audience because he will laugh his head off. So I would say if we could get away from Clayton needing to be at every set you do.
Oh wow! You just can't. He needs. Schlegel needs to be like center of attention at all times. He just can't stand the fact that I got a little attention.
Oh
from
no,
Pat.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying these are very Clayton heavy. Like I like his listening.
I'm funny.
To you.
I'm a funny guy. People think I'm funny.
I like listening to you laugh at him. I'm just saying an audience where if you're not there, Clay, and they don't know you, they might be like, "Who's this character? Who's this Clay character? Who knows?"
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my God!
But he knew I'd be in the audience, so you know.
And that's why he knows what he's doing. This guy's, why give notes? I mean, the guy's on his own. He's doing great. And I wanted to, that's why we always have a segment. We call it Pat Munger Joke Punch Up, but it really is just Pat Munger's comedy time. I mean, we just let him go.
Yeah, it's Pat live at the cellar.
I have a wife. I have a toddler. I would be doing stand-up every night of my life right now.
I know, and I
can't.
Thank
you for giving me 5 minutes. I love it.
I want you to do this every time, Pat. Every time you come with the bits. I love it so much, Patrick. I love you. And by the way, that background. You figured out the set piece for this whole thing. You figured it out. People, we must get right into it. Pat. We would love your help if you can hang out for a little bit longer.
Yeah, Pat, jump in.
We've got to get into a special edition of KTRD Sports. People, it's been a minute, but we've got to do the work. A draft and playoffs have begun. I need like a starter pistol, Clay. Kaboom! People, it is time. KTRD Sports is going to take over for the next half hour. And then we come back with topics. People, KTRD Sports starts right now. The following is a presentation of KTRD Sports.
Where are my guys? Guys, hello. People. My voice is awful. There it is. It's been a great vacation, people, but it's back. My name is Bert Turking. Bert Turking, the head of KTRD Sports Entertainment. We must start another fantastic KTRD Sports Draft and Playoffs. This is all TV jingles. All TV jingles, small ones, long ones, we must go head to head. We must meet the competition to get started, though. We must meet the competition to get started. He was in dead last for the last draft, but he's not dead last in your heart. He's, well, close to that, but he's a decent guy. We've got in competition this time again, Coach Robert Gerke.
Coach Gerke! Coach Gerke, there, you're in Candy Land. You get that, Gerke? You're in Candy Land? Because, like, you know, candy's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to try to talk trash on the, but I'm going to win, so it's all good.
Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out. Bert, who else do we got?
Well, this young guy, well, he's not young anymore, but he's young, smart brain. They give him the edge. He's been close so many times. In fact, he won one of these drafts. I can't remember how many people won one. But we must go to Coach Clayton Scribner, covered in chia pet moss. You get it, Clay? Chia pet? Chia.
You get it, Clay? Chia pet?
No.
People! That's why he doesn't win all the time. Ryan!
I did win. I won the one that made
last
sense.
Bert said you won one.
They did.
The one that made sense.
Jeremy, finally, we're on the same side. I wonder if this moss is starting to grow inside of Clayton's head, clogging up those neurons connecting with each other. This guy is always connecting in his brain, connecting how he can get to more marijuana and pizza. He was runner-up in the last draft, Coach Ryan Bradford.
Ryan, you came in second. There you are enjoying cans. Because cans are in a lot of ads.
Yeah. What's up with my right hand?
It looks like it's like another disembodied hand that's
Swinging
not
left, baby. Swinging wide.
coming out of
Swinging
the-
wide. And now, I don't know if you're really palming that can. Not a lot of grip.
Yeah, it's like glued to my palm.
Yeah, but there's a finger behind it. So you got a 6 finger doing a lot of work.
Oh, people, I hate to give this guy honors, but he is the last winner. He will go first in this draft. People, the legend of all legends. He is, of course, the winner of the Woodstock 99 draft, Coach Jeremy Matthews.
Wow. Jeremy, you're so large.
You know what is going on here? I've got this. David Byrne would be embarrassed.
It's totally David Byrne.
Oh my god.
Jeremy, no.
What is that fucking shirt, too?
No
It's weird, and I'm
buttons. No
backwards.
buttons, Clay. No buttons. Just
It's a dashiki?
Yeah, button-on shirt that's on backwards.
And those
I
hands,
guess
man.
I've
Those
got,
hands
like-
are fucked up.
I've got like factory defects Fruit Loops.
Well, I was gonna say it's a cereal factory, is what I'm being
Jeremy,
handed.
do you have fingers like that?
Yeah, that's what my fingers look like, and I have like a
Did you
weird
have to
little
downgrade to
micro
TV
finger between
AI?
my thumb and my
TV
ring.
AI.
Is this like because AI can't do fingers, right? It's like a thing.
Big shout out to the fine people at Adobe. The fine people at Adobe doing such a great job. People, we are here with KTRD Sports TV Jingle Draft, and I need your help. Gerke brought this up earlier. We need your help because tonight we're doing Wild Card. Wild Card is what we're doing here tonight. So that means you guys get to pick two of your favorite jingles from all time. This is your moment. You've got your draft picks. You get to pick your favorite. My question for you guys, I really tried racking my brain around it. I want you guys to tell me what you think. So many jingles, so many things like that. I thought about doing them in categories like food jingles or, insurance, but the more I looked at it, it felt like maybe decades might be the best way to do this. So 60s, 70s, 80s. Anyone have strong feelings initially how you guys would like to? Because we're not there yet. I'm leaning towards decades, but I don't know. Gerke, you had thoughts on this earlier. What are you thinking?
Well, I was just trying to figure out if I need to dial in on a particular decade,
Got
or if
it.
I'm just like going free form.
Okay. I don't
Raw dogging.
Ryan, I think we should do decades unless anyone else feels strongly about doing
Can
it.
I ask another question?
Please.
So there are jingles that were songs
Yes.
before they were jingles. Are they included or excluded?
No, it can't be a pre-existing song.
Okay.
It has to be, it's solely for the commercial, right? And
All right.
maybe
It was originally written for the commercial.
correct. So if
Could have been because you can't say
yeah, it can't be like some famous
Janine's
ad.
man.
Isn't there one with Ozempic that's like like
And it's basic. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Pat.
that sounds like they changed the lyrics though. So that's a good question, Janine. What
Can
was
it be?
it?
Does that have to be a parody?
That could be a category.
I don't
Like you can't do you say you want a revolution by the Beatles just because
exactly
they did that one thing.
right. Like Jet when they did the first iPod commercial was like a big popular one.
Okay, Ryan, maybe instead of decades, just run
Please,
it up.
let's do it.
Like, what about SNL jingles?
Oh, well, I thought we would stick to actual jingles. I love that.
Okay,
I love
okay.
that. But I thought we would stick to actual jingles right now. It's a
Big
fair
red.
competition. All right. We can keep thinking about it. Maybe at the end we'll do another poll after we look at it.
Janine has a question. What was it, Janine? Oh, beautiful for summertime. So
that's a playoff of another song that
it
already
was a
existed.
playoff of another song, but they changed the lyrics for the jingle.
Like-
maybe that should be a separate category.
It could be. Let's talk about it, people.
Because then you have like meow 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 meow.
That's why I want to respect those original jingles. So, people, Jeremy won the first draft, so he gets to go first. But what I like to do is a random number generator for the next couple spots. So Ryan, you got second, Clay got third, and Gerke, of course, got dead last. So we're gonna do a random number generator of 1 to 3. 1 to 3. And Ryan, you are the one. Ryan number 1, Clay's number 2, and Gerke is number 3. So if 3 pops up, then it's Ryan and Clay. If 2 pops up, it's Clay, then Gerke, then Ryan. If it's 1, it's Ryan, Clay, then Gerke. Everyone, that makes sense?
One more time, Ryan. Can you do that one more time?
So Ryan is number
I was
1.
gonna say I don't think anyone got that, but we'll just trust you.
Ryan's number 1, right? So if 1 comes up, Ryan goes first, then Clay, then Gerke. If 2 comes up, it's Clay, then Gerke, then Ryan. If it's 3 that pops up, it's Gerke, Ryan, Clay. Everyone, does that make more sense? Well, we're going. It's in snake. It's in snake order. So Ryan,
I got it.
Ryan's always number 1, and then we play it from there. Anyway, I'll show you how this works. The idea gives it gives Gerke some options. It gives Gerke some options. So let's see what number comes up. I will tell you who goes in the order here. Oh. This means Ryan will draft number 2, Clay number 3, and I'm sorry, Robert Gerke, you're in the 4th. And this actually works out. This is exactly how the last draft and playoff results came in. Jeremy's number 1, Ryan number 2, Clay number 3, and Gerke number 4. Maybe we should just continue that. Maybe it should be in the order that's, just like a season, right? Just like a season. All right, maybe I'll just do that.
One more time, Ryan.
Well, but I tanked the last one just so I could get the first pick.
It's true,
so now I don't get the first pick.
It's
looking for the Cooper flag of all jingles.
Why did I? Yeah.
We reward those who win. So let's go quickly. Drafting number 1 overall, Coach Big Large Jeremy.
No tanking.
Drafting number 2, Ryan Bradford. Drafting number 3, Moss Boy himself, Clayton Scrivener.
What the fuck is Moss Boy, dude?
Chia pet, dude. Chia pet. You look like a chia pet. Number 4, the Candyman himself, Candyman Robert Gerke. But I'll show you how this works. We will now go in order. Now, Jeremy, I have a list I can show you of every ad. I broke it up by decade.
Every ad ever made. So if we're drawing wild cards right now, they then enter into the decade that they play.
No, this is the wild.
I mean, very well thought out.
This is the wild card bracket. So this will all
Doesn't
the
wild card bracket usually come at the end, not the beginning. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this.
Fair enough. Guys, this is so hard to do. It's so hard to do. This is going to be its own bracket, wild card bracket.
If you if you draft a film here or a jingle here, then it can't participate in its decade.
Correct. It is removed from the decade.
We're basically pulling the best. So this isn't a wild card. This is like a superstar section.
It's like maybe superstars. Maybe we can call it superstars. I love that. Superstars.
Because wild cards are like the barely made it in. This is fucking. This is.
There's also a very distinct difference between jingle and song from a commercial.
Both are accepted. Both are accepted. Both are accepted. So let me give you an example.
It has to be an original song.
Yeah,
It can't be.
Let's do an example, like one of the earliest ones that we can all agree on. One of the classics, like this.
Who walks the stair without a care and makes the happiest sound? Bounce up and down just like a clown. Everyone knows it's Slinky.
So Slinky.
Well, that fucking sucks. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But then,
Are we sure they didn't lift that melody from something else?
it could be. But well, later on, Ren and Stimpy with it. But then I'm also thinking a jingle rather than a song like this.
Yes.
The
that's
Old
a-
Spice can still count. So,
Yeah, like
so
I mean, it's Nationwide is on your side. Period. Done.
So it doesn't have to be a full song. It could be just like Old Spice, or it could be Slinky. Either one. Jeremy, you have the entire history for your superstar choice. The entire history of ads right now. What would you?
I mean, you just got to take Big Red, right?
Oh boy,
Isn't it kind of racist?
Let's find out, people. This is Big Red from the 80s.
Longer than Big Red.
Jeremy, extra points, extra draft pick. If does Big Red still exist?
Yes.
I have no idea.
So kiss a little longer.
Oh yeah. That's
Laugh a little longer. Stay close a little longer. Longer with Big Red. That Big Red freshness lasts right through it. Your fresh bread goes on and on. While you chew it. Goodbye a little longer. Make it last a little longer. Give your breath long-lasting freshness with Big Red.
I didn't see any canceled material there, Clay.
I
it's
think
a
I
solid
saw
pick.
Were the couple segregated? Because I think I did see a
Oh
black.
no! Shit! I hope not. Oh god!
Well, at least no. Go to the. It was like the second shot of the commercial.
Oh no!
Donald Trump.
Oh, they really are. Yeah.
But I mean that was a But they at least
They're still
included.
included.
They aren't just like I'll go in. It wasn't like a little.
Yeah. Anyway, we can't even touch that with a 10-foot pole. Big Red is off the table. Ryan Bradford, you're on the clock. Every ad ever. We could listen to some if you need to listen to some. Ryan, I thought you would be a fan of this one, but you do not have to take it, my friend. You do not have to take it. It just
you got Mentos on there.
When you wanna.
I thought that would be an early pick, Ryan. Of course, Mentos from the early 90s.
That's right. That's right in your brain right now.
No matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you. Staying fresh.
Dude, that halftime.
With Mentos fresh and
No,
full of
Halftime breakdown.
we do need drummer talk more. You and Clay always need to jump in with the,
Yeah.
with the drummer talk.
For breakdown.
Mentos freshness. Fresh goes better with Mentos.
Also, by the way, in the 90s, that's a way cooler suit. Like, no, the stripes, way cooler.
Goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
We used to make fun of it as a kid, but I'm like, it's solid.
Yeah.
What do you want? What this
Yeah,
is 100%.
I mean, he kind of looks like a doofus after all
You
that
remember the
rolling
fucking
around in the
product.
paint, but
That's so true.
that song is amazing.
Right, you're not locked in yet. Do you need to hear anything else, or do you feel locked in?
No,
with Mentos?
I'm going with this one.
Whoa,
Mentos.
baby!
I have to totally agree with Ryan.
It's a good. It's
It was-
number 2 overall. Number 2 overall.
It was one of those moments in the 90s where something came over from across the ocean. And then I was like, they're kind of weird.
But we would always want to make fun of it, but now I look back and I'm like, it nailed it. And the guy just like, fuck yeah, I got Mentos, asshole. Of course I got it. Amazing pick, Ryan. Great number 2. Now, Clay, great. I believe, was it Michael Jordan 3rd overall in the NBA pick? Or
No, he was number 2. But
number
that's
2.
fine.
All right. Number 3. There's got to be great number 3s out there, is what I'm trying to
Well,
say.
I'm
Clay.
gonna go in the gum line. I'm gonna
We're
take
sticking with gum.
his bullshit Big Red pick, and I'm gonna fucking double the pleasure.
double your
Go
fun
with Double Mint
with
Gum.
a little
Specifically the Twins commercial from 1985 or whatever.
I got it here. I got it. I know I have it. God damn it. I had it all set up. I just have to find where it is. But Clay, what a pick. What a pick, my friend. You are so right. I'll just have to go to the. Hold on. I had it.
I feel like there was a gum jingle war.
Yeah, I mean, they clearly.
Big Red and Double Mint were the two.
You just don't
two
see gum
players.
commercials anymore. Do you notice that? Like gum commercials were everywhere in the 80s.
Yes.
A double pleasure's
Is this the one you're
Yeah.
thinking of?
Yes.
A double pleasure from Double Mint Gum. A double great feeling, making you realize Double Mint's the one for you.
This is actually not it. This. Look up Double Mint Twins. It's got to be Twins commercial.
That's
Twins.
fucking twins right there. What do
Yeah,
you
with
want?
Twins
Yeah, the
commercial.
we're
I think
literally
it was
looking at
cinnamon.
Twins. I think
it was
they did
cinnamon gum.
Twins multiple times, Clayton.
A double
Nah,
pleasure.
fuck it. Here we go.
They got two dogs. We're not picking the video.
Yeah, but that's not the jingle I'm thinking of. It's double your pleasure, double
Yeah, it's double your pleasure, double your fun, and that's
Yeah.
the better hook.
Yeah, that's the
I
one.
got your back.
Thank you.
There are going to
Thank
be
you, Jeremy.
variations, so please.
My arch rival has my back.
Yeah, this.
Wow, they really riffed on this.
I don't know if this is it.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's 80s.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the cinnamon.
There it
I
is.
remember that one.
It's
I
the
feel
cinnamon
like
gum.
they
This
just
one.
they never quite had that big red hook, so they had to keep.
Double your enjoyment. Oh,
Could you
That's
imagine?
not it.
Could you
I'll
imagine-
look for it.
It's
Could you-
not it. It's the cinnamon. Do cinnamon Double Mint.
Okay.
I
And by the way,
swear.
listening to
Double
this.
your pleasure, double your fun. Maybe just
How
search
do you
those
spell-
lyrics.
Fuck. Well, by the way, the funniest thing ever is someone watching the show where you just hear that ad over and over.
That's like a fucking
And
nightmare.
now you're like, fuck this. I'm not listening to this.
Cinnamon
garbage.
Toast Crunch isn't a bad idea. Man.
Double gum. You think whoa.
Double your pleasure, double your fun, but make sure that you're not
Double
searching a
your
porn site.
pleasure, double your fun ad. Why is this so fucking hard to find for? Oh, maybe.
Oh, this is that funk slap, dude.
They dunk together.
With some slap bass.
Clay, if you're taking this one,
This is weird.
I'm telling you,
Those
Clay.
are Freddie Mercury twins.
Clay,
I'm gonna give me
Clay,
a moment of
you're-
personal
you're
privilege.
drunk.
Go on. I will find it.
this draft pick is under review by the league. Okay, this
I
is
will
under
pick it.
review.
I will find the pick and
Do
I
you
will
wanna
play. I will
say
send it to
remain-
you.
You have locked in a double mint gum jingle.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. You have to find the one, Clay, but you're locked in with double mint. You've done it. Gurky, you're not locked in. You're on the clock. The fourth overall pick. Now, Gurky, just so you know, the way it works is that you will now pick the next one because you are going to be number one on the second round, and it goes in reverse order. So you're going to pick this one, and you're going to pick the next one after this. Okay?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Robert fucking Gurky, you goddamn coach who loves Candyland. People, you get to pick this one and you get to pick the next one. And then Clay gets to pick it, then Ryan, and then Jeremy picks last. So it goes in reverse order.
So I have to say my computer died. You notice I logged out and then I came back.
I noticed.
So what's been picked so far?
We've got.
Can we recap?
Big Red at number one. Big Red has gone number one. Number two, Ryan Bradford, Mentos. And number three, Clayton has yet to solidify his pick, but he has to pick from the double mint gum world. So you've got Big Red, Mentos, and double mint, all making your breath fresher. Do you stick
So I
with
get I get the next two picks.
Planet
basically,
Fitness
is what you're
10
saying?
for
$1 down.
You do.
Okay, so I'll take.
Turn.
My baloney has a first name.
I've been waiting
It's
for this
OSCAR.
one. Now you want the one from the 70s, right?
Well, I don't know.
You do.
My baloney has a first name. It's OSCAR. My
OSCAR.
baloney has a second name. It's MAYER. Oh, I love to
Oscar Mayer, the first name in Bologna.
How's that?
Girk,
How's that?
Something that I don't think people think about enough, Girk, is the people voting. And that fucking cute ass kid. Video is not what we're voting on. It is the audio. But the audio of that fucking kid, Girk.
And if we can discuss the video for a second.
Yes.
One unbroken shot like it's fucking somewhere over the rainbow.
Dude, seriously.
Like, look at that. Watch that again. They did not cut to a close-up.
But I think about this so much, Jeremy.
It's a single performance, unedited.
Got the fishing pole up front. He's got the overalls. He's got the sandwich. Cute hair. Blurred background. The depth of focus.
It's OSCAR.
Gerke, legendary pick. Legendary pick. Might be the 4th overall winner. But you also have the 5th overall, my good man.
I don't know is my camera all jacked up?
Yes, but you're always jacked up. But here's
all right.
It's like I've had, yeah.
So my next one was going to be my first one.
Ooh.
I didn't really expect Oscar Mayer to slip to number 4, so I had to go.
That baloney, it's slippery. It's slippery.
But I'd like to teach the world to sing.
Ugh.
The Coca-Cola?
The Coca-Cola commercial.
Build a home and furnish it with love.
It does feel like the Criterion pick, Girk, I will just say.
Why don't you just pick I'm Loving It? Jesus.
It does feel like the guy who's picking like Citizen Kane at Best Movie, you know?
Have you seen Mad Men? Have you seen it?
It definitely skewers, and I think you're right. I don't think you're wrong for picking it. And it's a great, if you've already got bologna, why not pick that one as your second place?
It's bologna and Coke is my lunch every day.
Very good pick. Very good pick. Clayton's still figuring out his double mint, but he is back on the clock with his next pick.
Yeah, I kind of concede that the double mint is it is going to be that vintage 80s Twins commercial. Okay. So I need to make up for it. And it really sickens me how much you're going to like that I picked this. Because it really fucking grosses me out, but I have to do this because I think it has the best shot at winning.
Oh, I love this.
I want my baby back, baby.
That's my boy,
Yes.
the original Clay.
Chili's, baby, Chili's.
You're not wrong at all. You're not wrong at all, my friend. This is the good stuff.
I want my baby back. Chili's, baby back rib. I want my baby. Chili's, baby back rib. Barbecue sauce.
Clay,
It has to be fucking Chili's, man.
I think your second pick might be your big. That's your big one.
It's my big play. It's my big play.
Chili bowl comes in hot with the chili.
In fact, I'm done picking. If that doesn't win, this contest is sponsored.
You're right, Girk. Chili's chili bowl it seems on brand for this guy. On brand. Ryan Bradford, you're on the clock for your final of superstar picks.
All right, so Gerke has.
If you want, do you want to recap? You want to recap?
Well, I'm wondering if you can do another Oscar Myers. Like, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener,
buddy. That is on the table because that is under the 60s.
I feel like we need 3 rounds because I've got another baller one.
Well, we could dip into this.
Class attention. Forward march. Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly like to be.
Is that what you're thinking, Ryan?
It's not hitting me as I thought it would.
Okay.
You don't say.
I think I want to go Folgers. Folgers.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Best part of
I went on a hike with a guy once who claimed to be in the chorus that sang the original recording of that song.
That's incredible. Guess who? Where did the heiress to the Folgers empire die? Clay for 5,000 points.
Folger. I forget. Annabelle.
At the same time as Sharon Tate, Mason.
That's right.
She was there.
Looking new and bright.
Before this ad, Ryan. So.
And you're gonna start it right. Folger's starting to brew. The aroma's calling you. The best part of cup.
Mornings are brighter.
Now, Ryan, do you want that one or do you want the weird Folgers incest one?
Don't you have like
Folgers
coffee?
I mean,
don't
if you're gonna show me the incest one, then I'm gonna pick the incest one.
I like those coffee commercials where the husband's really mad at his wife for her shitty coffee.
I must have the wrong house.
Oh.
Sister. Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you, you know.
It's a long way from West Africa. Oh, coffee.
He looks West African.
They have no coffee in Africa, apparently.
I brought you something
And
from Fort
that'll be fucking Folgers.
Guys,
Really? Oh.
They're called condoms.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
Oh, boy.
Can we watch all of this all over again?
All of a sudden, there's a slap-based version of this.
I don't understand the West African comment
so
whatsoever.
this is a brother and sister being.
I think
Because he looks like
has
he's
just
blown-
arrived from West Africa, and his
Did he
flight
was he in West Africa and then flew there?
He's on a mission or something, dude.
He was like in Peace Corps or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Peace Corps.
He was actually in rehab for
Wouldn't be
chronically
drinking coffee
being
if he were on a
incestuous.
mission.
And they sent him to West
So
Africa
he-
because it's like
He's a little.
Because you're actually executed for
They
incest in
sent
West
him to
Africa.
West Africa to stop him from fucking his sister.
he
but it
just
didn't
can't
work.
stop.
As soon as he got back,
They sent him to Africa for genital mutilation, so he wouldn't.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what
I must have the
happens.
wrong house.
Sister. Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you, you know.
It's a long way from West Africa. Oh, coffee.
He's here.
She's rushing to block him from going after the sister. Like, he's here. He's here.
I don't know. She seems excited. She might.
He's here. There was a restraining order.
Get him away. Get him away from her.
Brought you something from far away.
Really? Oh.
I don't like where that hand is before, by the way. Just-
Ryan, what is this? How you watch everything? A sweet moment. It's just a gift.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
Oh,
And you're my present this year.
that was so nice. Who made the weird comment?
I wanted the original, the one that you played before, just because the piss sounds that are
jingle.
like the piss sounds that really are so
Piss
loud.
sounds.
I know it does sound like. All right, everyone, close your eyes. Close your eyes.
The best
Sorry.
your rover's calling you. The best.
It's just like a little dribble, right? A little dribble.
It's so loud compared to the
Miss from his Mr. Coffee days.
Is Folgers in your cup.
If I'm drinking
Why
a
did
cup
you
of
think
coffee,
that was a brother loves the sister thing?
Oh my god.
yeah, okay, Patrick.
We-
If I'm
Can we
drinking
hold on
cup
a
of
second,
coffee-
though, just for a bit of clarity?
Mm.
Talking about the jingles. So those two commercials have the same jingle.
Correct.
They're just different renditions of that jingle.
Correct.
So the Oscar Mayer ones, two different compositions.
Yep.
Those qualify as separate drafts.
That's why
But you can't draft the dudes crooning at the end of the incest version.
Well, Jeremy, that's why I thought it
Once
would
this is
add
drafted.
interest in the generations by doing it by decade, because you could be a dick and be like, I don't think they figured out Ace Hardware in the 70s when it originally came out. I think they perfected it in the 90s. But I know that, like you could do it as like a fuck you to your other coaches by picking what you think is the better version of that ad. So it's an original ad, but the variations I think should be acceptable. You guys tell me wrong. Is it off the table if you pick one?
No, if it's the same jingle, it's the same fucking jingle.
Yeah,
Different production of the same jingle, then we have to do away with the decades.
If
Because
Clayton,
it's not rational.
If Clayton chooses the wrong double mint one, I don't
That's
get
it for
to choose
double mint.
the other one.
That's it for double mint, right? So we're going with once you select one, you might fuck up and pick the wrong one, but that's the only one that could be picked. Is that what we're all saying? We're all agreeing to?
Sure.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the
if
Oscar
it's a
Mayer
new
one,
composition, if someone makes a whole new, like there's bologna and there's wieners, And those are two different Oscar Mayer
Clipping
jingles.
that, by the way, for Instagram. Clipping that for Instagram. You're right. No,
but we have a dude singing this singing at this time.
Hold on. Let's be clear. I think Oscar Mayer Wiener is its own thing. Oscar Mayer Bologna is its own thing.
Yes, that's my point.
Baby,
those are two different things. Different renditions of the Folgers ad are
Fuck
not.
that. It's out.
You can say this is the one I want to be played when people are deciding the winner.
Yes.
Between the two.
I picked the Coke ad. I don't get all Coke ads through history.
Only that variation of that version. Okay. Is off the table. Jeremy, your final pick here tonight, and I desperately want to keep doing this, but we're going to come back next week for more picks. I would just keep doing this all night, but we've only got a couple minutes left in the show, so we're going to do, Jeremy, you're the last pick of the night. You were the first pick of the night. We do a quick music break and then a couple of topics, and we end the night.
Well, I think I gotta go for the Crocker National Bank. Let's pull that up.
Wait, what? That was not on my list. Crocker
National Bank. This is it, baby.
I thought I was going to get 3 picks because I had Crocker National Bank as my next.
We've only just begun to live.
No.
White lace and promises.
No.
A kiss.
Is that not the right one?
We don't get to the pick songs that have already been songs that were turned into jingles.
No, this was written as a jingle.
Whoa.
Let it play out. Let it play out.
We're on our way. We've only just begun before the rising sun. We fly so many roads to choose.
Yeah, that turned into okay.
We start out walking and learn to run. Yes, we've just begun.
God damn.
We've only just lived.
By the way, real quick before you say anything, Jeremy, everyone they're trying to get to join this because it's like a long way to go, they're all dead, right? Like this, they fulfilled. You've got the long way to go.
Mm-hmm.
All those people are dead. All right,
But
Jeremy.
is that the version you want, or do you want other versions of that?
Well, he
jingle?
claims all of them, right? He claims. Well, and by the way, you guys have to be careful.
I mean, ultimately, I think that was the version that
I also you
aired.
have a lot of way to go on your path to crippling debt. Let's get you there sooner rather than later.
Let's get you. Yeah, well, we'd like to get you there. It's a great jingle.
We will.
Yeah, no. So Richard Carpenter saw that ad, and he's like,
"Oh,
that's a fucking hit," and he was right. So he's like, "You get Karen Carpenter singing that song, it's a goddamn #1 hit." He called the guy. He tracked down the guy who wrote it. And is like, do you have a whole song or is it just that jingle? And the guy's like, oh no, I got a whole song. And then he just like went back and wrote an entire song for it.
That's incredible.
But it was originally written as a jingle.
So here's
can I ask you real quick, Schlegel? This is like going to be a multi-week segment, right?
We're gonna go.
Oh,
deeper.
we'll be doing this in like 6 months.
6 months.
No, I'm trying. We're gonna try to end this faster. I just wanted to prime the pump, get your favorite ones over. Next week we're gonna try to go through the rest of them. And by the way, we're doing decades. Unless anyone says otherwise, we're gonna do 60s ads, 70s ads, 80s ads, 90s ads.
Okay, great.
Okay, so
can I just as a wild card? Can we do a hometown ad where we're from?
Well, so here's
local ad.
Well, but here's what's gonna happen.
And it's TV only, so no Smith and Edwards Country Boys store.
But correct, Jeremy. And by the way, here's what I'm going to say. Jeremy said it perfectly. This is super ads because you're picking above all of them. We're going to go through all the decades, and then whatever's left will be the wild card. And then there is going to be a fan vote because I always want the people voting to throw in their options. Whatever's left of what is left. So next week, we're going to get through 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and wild card. Next week, we're going to hit it hard. Skip all this other garbage. We're going to hit it hard. The only thing I want to leave you guys with is please do your homework because There's way too many ads for me to like. It's not like Woodstock where I could show you whoever played that night. You guys do your own research like Seth Rogen. But I will say this made me think I want this to be the official ad of Polyester Blend. You guys let me know if you feel otherwise.
We've only just begun.
Tonight is kind of special.
Where you been? Well, it wasn't easy getting tickets to this game.
This was going to be my next pick. You might
Well, I didn't think anyone would know. This is Polyester Blend personified.
Where you been? Well, it
No,
wasn't easy
Ryan Flegel. Sorry. Full stop. Full stop, Ryan. Sorry.
Sorry, guys. We had
When
an
we
emergency
cheers
poll.
at Sunday, when we cheers on Sundays, we sing, "Here's to good friends."
Oh my God!
Tonight is kind of special.
Sorry.
For the last 5 years,
Guys, do your research
every Sunday.
Do your research. This is just, I'm going to play this and we're going to do a one music break. We've got Clayton's song, Nick Lowe. We come back, we do topics, end the night. But I think this ad is Polyester Blend personified, okay?
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Where you been? Well, it wasn't easy getting tickets for this game.
Hey, Bob. Eddie, I know exactly what I want. I want the biggest steak you got and a bottle of Lowenbrow. You're a genius.
When you want the taste of a truly great beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Here's to the chef.
This is my choice.
Well, wait a minute. Wait. Wait, Pat, if you commit to being a coach, do you want to be a coach, Jeremy? Or Pat? Or do you just want to give advice? Because you have to commit if you're going to do it. Pat? Think about it, Pat. Think about it. Next week. We'll get to that next week. Real quick, we're playing a quick song. We're only playing 2 minutes of this song. Wow. Clay, this is beautiful. Nick Lowe. I love the sound of breaking glass. We'll be back in 2 minutes. We finish the show. God.
Baker Records breaking glass.
God bless.
I love the work only it can do. Flying all around. Oh, all around. Sound of breaking glass. Nothing new. Sound of breaking glass. The sound of breaking glass. Deep into the night. I love the sound of this condition. How it changed your mind. Oh, it changed your mind. Sound of breaking glass. Save at last, sound of breaking glass. All around, sound of breaking glass. Nothing new, sound of breaking glass. Breaking glass, 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 sound of breaking glass. Breaking glass.
Holy shit. That song ruled, Clay.
Shabba-dee.
That was good shit, my friend. Good fucking
Groovy,
shit.
groovy.
People,
It's a great album.
It's a
Hell yeah.
Yeah, rules.
People, we must get to it. It's the final segment of the night, as we always like to do. A couple topics, we go over them. Then we hang out in the Limp Bizkit group. We'll be back next Monday, but let's go to the final segment tonight. We got to go to Poly Blend. Gonna make a stinger for that. Topics, everybody. We go to topics where we go over certain subjects, get your opinion, and finally make a verdict on this stuff, right, Jeremy? We gotta finally be like, okay, who is solidified here?
This is definitive. There can be no more debate. We settle everything.
That's why we bring up these topics. We're trying to do a catalog of these topics. Once and for all, we're over. This is why I think I should ask you the first question here, Jeremy. It's perfect for you. In a topic subject we call versus, one versus another. This is perfect for you, Jeremy. Beer can versus beer bottle.
I'm gonna go with beer can. There was a time when it was considered, I'd say about like 15 years ago, they're like, oh, you can't get keep the beer taste in the can like you can in the bottle, but a properly canned beer shields the light better. So you're going to keep it fresher, and it's also just a lot easier to pack in and out of places. So easier to recycle, all that baby. Fun stuff.
I'm with you there. Ryan Bradford, you're in the craft beer capital of San Diego. I don't know if San Diego considered the craft beer capital, or is it going to be like the Bay Area? Ryan, you're a California man.
I mean, I think maybe 10 years ago it was like pretty prominent, but I don't think craft beer is like as big of an industry as it was 10 years ago.
I agree, Ryan. But your thoughts on this? Beer bottle, beer can?
I'm going to go can.
Yeah, baby.
They're easy to recycle, and they don't make noises when you dump them out into your recycle bin.
You can sneak them into a movie theater.
That's right.
I mean, you can sneak a bottle in, but it's a little more.
Clay, your thoughts on this? You seem like you're coming in with them.
Oh, I was just saying that Bradford just casually says it's the end of Jeremy Matthews' life and just walks away.
Is that what he said, or just craft beers? Jeremy, did you take offense?
I didn't take. I mean, it's definitely true that the craft beer industry, had a very, it rose a little too quickly, and specifically for San Diego, you had, I believe, Ballast Point's Modelo bought it for like $1 billion or something, just utterly ridiculous.
Right? Squatters.
Because all the macro breweries were like, we need to get in on this craft beer stuff. So they totally overpaid, and then they unloaded the brand years later for significantly cheaper. Well, so good on those craft brewers for getting paid. Right. Stone was another one in San Diego that's definitely like those San Diego breweries were definitely seen as like the hot thing, and along with other craft breweries have fallen off as kind of all the ones that went really big, like Uinta.
Right.
Had that really big push to get into 50 states, and they were in 50 states.
Well, Schlegel was.
But it turned out part of the charm of craft beer is the local.
Gurky, Jeremy's on a roll. Apparently, he's got to go.
I know. He's cooking. Let the man cook. No,
you know what?
Go ahead.
If I had a beer
bottle,
if I had a beer bottle, I could smash it over his head and make him stop. But you can't. But you can't do that with a beer can, which is why beer bottles are better.
Whoa!
Our first. That's how you end up in jail, Gurky. That's the case for the beer can.
That's not how I end up in jail.
It's like I answer the question that Schlegel asked me.
No,
and Gurky hits me on the head with a bottle. He's the one going to jail.
It's the Folgers commercial that landed me in jail.
I came back from my sentence to West Africa too early. Oh boy. I love Clay. Did you have a strong feeling? I assume you're a can man. You're a can man?
I'm a can man.
Yeah, I think can is right. But I love what Gurky's saying. And by the way, if I'm not
bring your weapon, choose your weapon.
If I'm not if I would prefer a glass bottle because there's something old timey about it. So, but I do think the right answer is can. We're going with can. But Girk, you can answer this question. You're a man who's a world traveler. Girk, you gotta answer this question right now. Nebraska or Kansas?
Ooh,
and by the way, Nebraska. Is that right?
Nebraska.
No, you spelled
that's
it
right.
right.
Okay.
You
Why does that
got it
look so
right.
nuts? Nebraska
Because you
or
spelt
Kansas?
it right.
I think I choose Nebraska. Well, okay, here's why. Kansas is a shitty band. Nebraska is a great album. Lawrence, Kansas is kind of a shithole, but there are places in I'm just riffing.
Lincoln's a cool town.
No,
Lincoln's a cool town. And also like Nebraska
Cool president.
has. Anyway, go ahead. Somebody else.
No. I think you're on the right thing. I'm just thinking Kansas might have this one, but Clay, you're a man who loves this.
I've spent significant time in both of these states, and I am convinced that. Well, here's the problem. Kansas does have, the Mississippi River. Well, in Kansas City.
It's right there on Kansas City, baby.
But Nebraska is.
Your brother says Kansas, by the way, on the chat.
Okay, really interesting. Well, I'm gonna go Nebraska.
I love it.
I spent significant time in Lincoln, back in the day.
There's no
good
way
place.
Ryan Bradford has gone to either one of these states, right, Ryan? You've never been.
I've been to Kansas City.
He's been to Santa Clara City.
And that's close enough to Kansas.
So have you got a ruling on this one, Ryan?
So I'm going to go Kansas.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Dust in the wind, motherfuckers.
Pat Mung.
Talking to me?
Yeah, you Pat. What? Pat Munger. The fuck? Listen on the Zoom, Pat, not on the YouTube.
You talking to me?
Yeah. What do you? Kansas or Nebraska?
Wizard of Oz.
We ain't Kansas no more.
Yeah. Okay, but it's literally like the shitty place that she gets out of and goes and parties at Oz. Like, it's not a ringing.
Man has a point.
Kansas.
So Oz is Nebraska?
Yeah. Yeah, it's multicolored. There's short people.
The right answer is Kansas, everybody.
I mean, they both suck. Let's be honest.
The host has spoken.
Clay, you must. Clay, I know you have a feeling on this. Clay, chimpanzee or gorilla?
Well, first of all, I think I'd rather have jizz thrown at me than actually be fucking eaten alive. So I'm gonna go with chimpanzee.
Oh, okay. We got it. You're going chimp for you. All right.
Like a gorilla can do serious fucking. Oh, a chimp
Weird
can't do.
way
But
to answer it, Clayton. But
Pat, you've got feelings. Pat, go ahead.
I just thought it was a weird way to answer that question.
I'd rather have jizz thrown at me than die.
Yeah, still weird.
Gorilla.
Chimpanzees are known for slinging jizz, dude. You know this.
I pick orangutan.
Not the option. You're disqualified, Pat. Ryan Bradford, chimpanzee or
Stop
gorilla?
trying to be such an iconoclast.
Sorry,
what is it again?
Chimpanzee, gorilla?
Were you thinking of primate jizz?
That was always. I gotta go gorilla just because.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, they're all bums.
Silverbacks. Those silverbacks in Congo.
No,
Yeah.
if you put me up against a chimpanzee and give me a bottle, I think it's a fair fight.
Point there. Jeremy, gorilla or chimpanzee?
Are we just laying eyes upon them, or are we in the same room with no defenses?
You guys tell me. You make the point.
You have a can or a bottle.
I just think if I'm gonna drink a beer with either of them, it's gonna be in a can because otherwise, chimpanzee is gonna fill up that bottle with jizz and then throw it in my head.
Disqualified. Chimpanzee's the wrong answer. A chimpanzee bit that lady's face off. Gorilla's the right answer. Gorilla's the right answer.
Ryan is correct.
Gorilla would never hurt a human.
Ryan
but a
Bradford, you have
chimpanzee
not
would.
gone yet, right, my friend? You have not gone yet.
No.
Ryan Bradford, this is meant for you. Anything chicken McDonald's, like anything that's chicken at McDonald's or anything that's chicken at Wendy's.
Wendy's. Wendy's got that whatever spice,
classic.
whatever spice they're putting on
Okay.
their chicken nugs, man.
Clay, I know
It's
you
actually
got
chimpanzee
feelings.
juice. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Clay, I know you got feelings on this.
Because it's fast food. What the fuck, man? First of all, I would say I will, to my grave, state that no fast food has fallen harder and faster and more demonstratively over the past 20 years than Wendy's.
Wrong.
It's got way worse.
Point to Clay.
Way
Point
worse.
to Clay. Point to Clay.
Way
Point to
worse.
Clay.
No,
Girl, come on.
Wendy's
Get
used to be
Get a breakfast sandwich.
okay.
What are you
I'm
doing
not going to
tomorrow
get a breakfast
What are you
sandwich
doing
at Wendy's.
tomorrow morning? What are you doing tomorrow morning?
Not
You
even
want a
Wendy's.
monster turkey? You don't get breakfast at
Get a
Wendy's.
breakfast sandwich at Wendy's. Like, you took the wrong path. Like, you could have been like, get a Dave's single. It's still
your point,
good.
Girk. Make your
Breakfast at Wendy's.
Make your point, Girk. Make your point.
I think the breakfast at Wendy's is good. The chicken nuggets at McDonald's are not chicken nuggets. They're mostly chimpanzee.
Jizz. Chimpanzee jizz.
And I just
chimpanzee
think,
is worse meat than gorilla meat.
I
that
think
we learned in the last section.
if we set it up in a blind taste test, and you know what, Clayton's just bitter because Wendy's got rid of the chili bowl.
Point to Girk. Point to Girk.
But if we set it up,
They did.
If we set it up in a blind taste test, everybody 9 out of 10. Clayton may pick something else, but 9 out of 10 would pick the Wendy's nuggets.
I need Jeremy. You do not eat meat, and I doubt you've eaten at McDonald's or Wendy's.
Well, he doesn't eat. Neither
I
of these are meat. They're not. Neither of them are meat.
Fair point. Fair point.
I also have not probably eaten at Wendy's. Maybe I have definitely not eaten there very much in the past 20 years. So I wouldn't be aware of the decline Clayton speaks of. So I'm not really qualified to comment.
I would just say the McDonald's spicy chicken sandwich is superior to the Wendy's chicken sandwich.
Clay,
Oh my
Clay
God,
wanted,
you're
but
so
when Clay
fucking
made
stupid.
the
Does
argument,
Wendy's still do the chicken cordon bleu? Because it didn't have a jingle, I don't think. But
Well,
was
that I don't remember.
Clay made the best point when he said Wendy's.
Arby's made the chicken cordon bleu.
Clayton made the best point when he said Wendy's has fallen off the last 20 years.
No.
Yes.
There was definitely. We need to settle this here and now, Schlegel. Did Wendy's have a chick? I distinctly remember a Wendy's chicken cordon bleu ad. I never ate it.
I think I absolutely think they did. I absolutely think they did.
Someone work on that.
It was Arby's, and I got it 2 times a week for about 10 years.
Pat Munger, I need you right now, Pat.
I mean, it's
need
probably
you.
one
Alive.
of the copyrightable.
He's live to tell the tale.
Pat, I need you right now. We are moving on to Kill, Marry, Sexual Times with Pat. Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3.
What?
Kill, Marry, Sexual Times with Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3, which is also known as Die Hard with a Vengeance. Would you kill, marry, or sexual times? Which one of these Die Hards?
I want all to be one.
That's why I asked, because they're amazing.
That's just like looking for a 4-way.
I think Die Hard 2 is
incredible.
Undervalued. I think Die Hard 2 is undervalued.
All right. Well, I think you have sex with 1, marry 2, kill 3. It's
Ryan Bradford, clear the house here, buddy. Clear the house.
Yeah, it's like The Godfather.
You got to marry 1.
Yeah.
You got to kill part 2, and you got to sexual times with part 3.
There it is.
Oh, really?
Sequential.
Now I will say Die Hard 3 and 1 is the hardest decision. Even though I
Ryan
love
is
Die Hard 2.
completely opposite to me, and I think he's totally right as well.
Of course, Die Hard 1 is the best and the most incredible, but man, could you make an argument for 3 to marry in sexual times with Die Hard 1? 3 is so good. Vengeance is so good with the water jugs, and they got to time it out. Simon has dickhead, and they got the thing they mix with the juices. I love it. I think
Simon says,
I think it's the right
and
order.
there's like an hour of that ants marching song
I know.
throughout the entire.
Ryan, don't get me started on that. Clay, answer it right now. Kill.
Actually, the answer is real quick. The real answer is, speaking of movies, the brain trust here that is present needs to get together and write a 21st century update to Breakfast at Tiffany's called Breakfast at Wendy's.
Wow, we've got that on the docket coming up soon. But we need you to answer this right now, Clay. Kill.
I've never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's. I don't even know what it's about. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Kill, Marry, Sexual Times, World Series, Super Bowl, NBA Final. So what do? Kill, Marry, Sexual Times.
Well, I'm one of those guys that says one of them is falling the fuck off.
You tell me, buddy.
I'm gonna kill the NBA Finals.
Whoa.
Clayton gets
would
it
rather
right
watch
for once.
NFL
I'm going to
than the NBA.
I'm gonna marry the Super Bowl because I like getting together with friends, and it's always
Right,
a way.
it's a
Like
good
even
social.
even in my late 40s, it's a one time I'm still social, and then I'll fuck with the World Series.
Kirky.
It's like that. It's like that mystery lady that shows up, once a year.
I think-
you
I
tap
think
that
he's-
ass just one more time.
I think he's pretty close. But here's my thing: is the Super Bowl is once a year, so that's sexual times. World Series is 7 times a year. That's the marry.
It's a love affair, brother. It's just a love affair.
But I think that's the right answer because you know what? Like, I can't think of a lot of Super Bowls that have been like mind blowing, but there have been a lot of 7-game World Series that you're just like, oh man, this I want to spend forever. I wish it was 9 games. I wish it was 11 games. Every day of my life, I want to wake up to this World Series.
I'll tell you one more thing, just real quick before other people chime in, because I know Jeremy Matthews has a big opinion on this. Watching baseball at Yankee Stadium makes me remember why it's such a great sport.
You remember Joe DiMaggio patrolling that center field, like,
Right? No, I'm serious. But just like because like baseball and hockey are probably the two worst sports on TV, but the two best live. Like, just amazing to watch live.
Switch hitter.
Pat, your thoughts. He muted himself to talk. No, you're unmuted. You're unmuted.
Yeah, good.
Kill. NBA Final is just, I don't know. I don't get it. Marry World Series, Sex Super Bowl.
I think this is right. Gurky,
Yeah, man.
start this off, my friend.
I'm here. Let's do it.
Pearl Jam.
You talking to me?
Pearl Jam, Nirvana, or Alice in Chains. What do you do?
Easy.
Do you kill, marry, sexual times, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Alice in Chains? Ryan, you're on deck.
Boy, this one's hard. I think I kill Alice in Chains.
Could you make this any more white male, Ryan?
Well, we are. Look at our. What do you want?
I graduated from high school in 1991, the year that Versus and Nevermind came out. So
Five against one. Five against one.
I marry Pearl Jam just because they are the ones that I want to, like, if it comes on. And also Eddie Vedder's solo stuff. Do I get his solo stuff too?
You get Pearl Jam, just Pearl Jam.
All right. Well, that's the
Ryan Bradford. Look at this list. Look at this.
Ooh,
So-
I would change. I would kill Pearl Jam. I like Pearl Jam, but they had like.
I got to be honest.
Allison-
Bradford and I don't agree with much when it comes to music, but I'm actually agreeing with him here.
Clay, what does Clay have? Why do you have a spray bottle?
I'm spraying like the disinfectant after
His
this.
mom
after
just
Turkey's
moved in.
picks.
He's spraying it all. Sorry, Ryan. Why do you do Pearl
He's got
Jam
to
kill?
keep his mom out of the fridge.
You're gonna do sexual
just
times. Alice in
in
Chains.
terms, I mean, and this probably might be fair to Pearl Jam for having survived these two other bands, but just the ratio of hits to like forgettableness, like Pearl Jam.
Oh, well, that isn't fair.
3 good, like the first 3 albums are okay, but Nirvana, every album is great. Alice in Chains.
Well, because they made 3.
Here's something illustrative, though.
But Alice in Chains
Turkey
is
knew
deeply
which-
underrated.
Gurky knew which Nirvana album came out in 1991. He did not know which Pearl Jam album came out in 1991.
Yeah, it's true because Versus came out in 93, brother.
Yeah, Versus. It was 10 and Nevermind that came out in 91.
10. Sorry, you're right.
With the hit song Jeremy, the greatest.
No, but here's the thing. If I could just jump in on my rankings, Nirvana is all powerful, consistent, and present. That's why they are. That's why I marry.
What have they done in 30 years?
They're dead.
You can't say they're all powerful and present when they.
That's why I marry Nirvana. That's why I kill Pearl Jam, and that's why I fuck Alice in Chains.
Well, that was the dumbest. That was the dumbest reasoning.
Marry Nirvana has to be the correct answer because even though, like, Pearl Jam outlasted all these other bands, but I'd rather listen to the Nirvana catalog that's shorter than all the Pearl Jam albums.
Rather burn out than fade away, brother.
Here's what I will say. You guys, we ask these questions because they're tough. And there's there's a right answer, but it is difficult. At the end of the day,
I'd rather bang Pearl Jam though. They've got enough
but even
you don't have to listen to all the crap.
Even though they're kind of good. Like they're also kind of cheesy. Pearl Jam is kind of cheesy.
That's the theme of this conversation, Pat. Sexual times with. What do you think it means?
You're just mad because it's a bigger laugh line than anything in your stand-up set. Anyway, keep moving.
Easy. Okay.
Ready to play.
Ryan, I think a lot more conversation. We might come back to this one.
Are you talking to me?
We might come back to this one.
Yes, actually.
Clay, we need your thoughts on this. We only have two more. This
Okay.
is 2 more. This is
gotta make it count. Gotta piss Gurky off just one more time.
Clayton Scribner's slam dunk 3-pointer alley oop.
I'm really I
ask you the question.
I'm in a weird place with basketball right now, and I really think we need. I think the 3-pointer needs to fucking die.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh boy.
I think we need to make it hard to kill. We need to push it out even more. It's dominating the game too much. It needs to be rarer than it is. And the analytics bear that out.
Yeah, I might agree with him on this.
I think he's right.
The slam dunk. I mean, if you saw that slam dunk in the first half, I was whatever about the game, but that dunk in the first half of the NCAA championship game was nasty. And a good fucking slam dunk is still, god damn it, I'll marry it. And sexual chimes with the alley oop. It's just like it takes 2 to tango. You know what I'm saying?
Gurky, you're next up on this one.
Takes 2 to make a thing go right.
I'm mostly there, but I can also entertain like flipping the 3-pointer and the slam dunk. Like the 3-pointer, it gets you 3. The slam dunk is everybody. The game? Everybody can dunk.
It's ruined the game.
Everybody.
We had posters of slam dunks, not posters of 3-pointers in the 90s.
Everyone can make a 3-pointer
back in the day, but now there's like they're chucking shit up from like mid.
So I truly believe that the 3-pointer, as it stands, the skill level has risen to a point they need to move it back because the analytics of the game.
And then we can talk about marrying or
what if
they need to correct it. They need to correct it where a 3-pointer is about the same odds as a mid-range, so we get a more mix of shots in the game. Because right now it's just a dunk and a 3-pointer.
What if they raise the hoop up to 12 feet? And then the dunks are going to be really impressive.
Oh, that'd be badass. I think this is an evergreen.
What if they put a trampoline?
Clayton's thing is like everybody can make a 3-pointer, but guess what? Every single NBA player can dunk. Like John Stockton could dunk.
And by the way,
30 years ago.
By the way, you guys everyone's wrong here. It's alley oop and then slam dunk sexual times with.
Marry alley oop?
Alley oops are badass.
Alley oops one of those things where you got like,
they're
badass. It's a flash in the pan.
Ryan Bradford,
you're not expecting
Ryan
it.
Bradford, this next one is a rankum. It's a rankum, Ryan, but I like to think of this as you're the Batman, Jeremy's your Robin. He can help you, but you're the lead here, Ryan. You ready?
Yeah.
Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, because that's weird that they're connected, but they are. Phantom of
Cool
the Opera,
cigarettes.
The Mummy, Ryan, The Mummy,
Cool cigarettes.
Invisible Man, Invisible Man, Ryan, Invisible Man,
Yeah.
Wolf Man. Okay, Ryan.
Cool
Okay, Ryan.
cigarettes.
All right.
Okay.
Right. The Creature of the Black Lagoon. Okay, Ryan.
Cool cigarettes.
And Cool Cigarettes.
Oh.
Ryan,
All right.
rank them. You are the Batman. Jeremy is your Robin. Figure it out.
Okay, let's do. I think
This is
Dracula
my-
has to go on top.
This is my favorite
Dracula's
one.
cool.
By the way, but this is
And then-
there's so much good
Not
discussion
a
to be had here.
specific. This is the characters in general, not like.
Think of what the theme is.
A
This is
specific-
Universal Monsters. Universal
Oh,
Monsters.
it's universal. That was my question. Is it the
Universal Monsters?
So Dracula goes on top. He's the coolest. Then Cool Cigarette. Wolfman next.
Did you know that Cool's menthol cigarettes will keep vampires away?
By the way, if we don't get advertisement from Cool Cigarettes at this point, I'm very upset. By the way, the only podcast that gets cigarette money,
Yeah. That's what we need.
we're the only one who can get that money. All right, Ryan, continue.
We're gonna put Phantom of the Opera on the bottom.
Already?
Yeah.
Cut?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, just like does not like musicals, guys.
Dude.
Just fucking hates musicals.
We're not talking about the musical. We're talking about
Universal Monster.
Let's do Invisible Man after Wolfman.
Really? Because I don't mean to interject. I do mean to interject. I fundamentally mean to interject.
Yes, you are actually.
But I like.
He's not trying to be invisible, but
I like Invisible Man, but I think Creature from Black Lagoon is baller.
Yeah, I was gonna put him next, but like
Okay.
the effects in the original Invisible Man are so cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair.
So yeah, let's do Creature from the Black Lagoon next. Let's do
Frankenstein's
Jekyll and Hyde, and I think Frankenstein's monster and Mummy are kind of interchangeable. So
no, Mummy's weak.
So what?
Ryan,
what is
you tell
the,
what do you want, Ryan? Do you want
so wait, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde next after
This is
Black
like the
Lagoon.
1913 silent Jekyll and Hyde? 'Cause I
No,
think that was
it's
only
the
one produced by
Universal Monster. It's the Universal Monster one, which would have been what, like the 30s, like something like that.
Well, there was the Mamoulian Jekyll and Hyde with Frederick March is great, but that was
we
a
opened
Paramount
this up
picture.
to Jeremy, and it's
That was
already
a
nightmare.
Paramount
It's
picture.
already
Schweiger.
a nightmare. what
Get
we
your
voted.
shit together. That was a
Ryan,
Paramount
do you want
production.
Frankenstein's Monster or the Mummy next?
Let's do Frankenstein's monster next, and then the Mummy.
Jeremy, take over.
Well,
I'm
like
sure
I-
he wants to bring Frankenstein's monster up.
Clay, you're on deck. You're on deck.
So
No, I'm just predicting his move.
I'm a little confused about which Jekyll and Hyde we're talking about. If it's the Mamoulian one, I'd bump that up a bit.
So I'm going off of the 19. No, this is not that one. Hold on.
If it has to be a
It is.
universal.
No, so
production-
you're right. According to Wikipedia, Universal Monsters, it's the first one, 1913.
Yeah, so that one's not like no one watches that like for
What?
kicks or anything. The 1913? No,
Of course, Jeremy. No one watches the.
I was like, that's my favorite one. Okay,
What fucking Gen Z motherfuckers like? Jekyll and Hyde, 1913, dog. Let's go. Let's go.
whereas the Lon Chaney Phantom of the Opera, on the other hand, that's a pretty baller movie. It's got the was that a Universal production, or is this the
This is the list, buddy. This is the list.
It was
Just go with
Universal.
Okay, well, I mean, you don't have the years, you don't have the director. A lot of these films were produced multiple times, so it's very confusing if we're trying to rank them.
Oh, take a moment.
I'm
Also, Cool Cigarettes.
yeah, that's not. I think the Cool Cigarettes one's the easiest to understand because there aren't multiple versions that I'm trying to decipher.
Are we talking about the Cools from 1968, or are we talking Cools from?
Jeremy, you got to re-rank them.
We
We're going to Clay.
he's literally talking about Jekyll and Hyde from 1913, Gurky. So don't try to pull this oh, don't get nitpicky because it doesn't make any sense. I think putting the mummy down low is good though. That's kind of a mediocre one.
It's a throwaway. It's garbage.
I think I'd switch Invisible Man and Cools.
Fair. That's fair.
And then I think Frankenstein's monster is better than the Karloff monster. That's better than 1913 Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, I think
if it were the Frederick March one, I might bump it up higher. But
Clay, final thoughts here. Or sorry, before we get to that, what do you think on this?
I really just don't like monsters, so I'm gonna put Cool Cigarettes number 1, and then everything that falls behind is just
you're
gravy.
Gurky, final thoughts on this?
I don't understand all the love for Invisible Man, but
Me too. I think it's completely wrong.
That one's
also the Lon Chaney Phantom of the Opera needs to be
How's the peeping
up there with Cool.
How's the peep-a-dub?
As the people. I think this is wrong.
Put Phantom of the Opera between Invisible Man and Wolfman, or just put it Wolf. Yeah, swap them. I don't care. Phantom of the Opera should not be bottom. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Oh my god! Okay. We'll have to talk about this more because people. Polyblend. I love coming up with topics. They are always the hardest thing to come up with. Not really, but they're my most favorite of you guys debating. I love ending the show with that. I also love ending the show with Husky Boy of the show. And Husky Boy of the show of this week, of course, there's only one person who's Husky Boy of the show this week. You know who he is. We love him. He's been a failed treasure hunter, failed quiz writer, successful quiz writer. Pat Munger, you are Husky Boy of the show. Pat Munger, Husky Boy of the show. Final thoughts, everyone, real quick. Ryan Bradford, before you go.
I'm here.
What final thoughts?
It's a good show. I mean, I think in my mind, I was just ranking the characters, not necessarily the movies they were from.
We're coming back. We're coming back. That's not done. We need to like come with I need to have a graphic that's like done. We're done with it. Ryan, you joined early on the show. You'll be back next Monday, right, Ryan? Back next Monday?
Yeah, I'll be here.
We must go to Robert Gerke. Robert Gerke, final thoughts on the show. Final thoughts on basketball.
It's gonna fucking alley-oop.
And where's producer Rob? Where's producer Rob?
No, Rob.
Let's go to Jeremy. Final thoughts on the show.
Lon Chaney and Phantom of the Opera. Mwah.
All right, God bless. We go to Pat Munger, your Husky Boy of the show. Final thoughts.
Had a great time. Thanks, guys.
Buddy, I love this garage. I love this camera angle. I love your addition to the show. Thank you so much, and keep being a part of it. We go
Thanks
to
for having me.
Clayton Scribner, the pod father. The pod.
One of these days, we're going to have to do a show where we talk about the aesthetics of beer cans and which one is the best.
You lay it out, Clay.
I'm saying, because this is a contender as far as I'm concerned.
Love a hams.
My final thoughts of the show is R.I.P. Michael Hurley. I didn't talk about this. My favorite I think my favorite musician ever.
I'm sorry.
Died this week. Michael Hurley. There's some really good memorials of him online. Check it out. I think he was like one of those guys.
Songs next week, Clay? You want to do?
Sure, man. I'd love to.
Yeah,
I'd love to. I think he was one of those artists that and a lot of people have said this over the years, but like he was legit, didn't want to be famous, and never was. But he was famous with the right people. The right people that love music know that he's one of the greatest songwriters ever, and just one of my fucking favorites, man. And yeah. Died on April 3rd.
I would love Clay.
Also, Blondie drummer Clem Burke, R.I.P.
Yeah, I saw that.
Should we do an in memoriam? Because we
Should
are
we
getting to
do
the age.
Here's to good friends.
We should do that.
Tonight is kind of special.
We're gonna end the show here tonight. We'll be back next week with more fun and merriment. If you want to hang out with us, we will be on the Zoom link. Join us. The Zoom link is in the YouTube chat. We'll be back. We do a sing along this. Not the sing-along you guys are used to. We do a sing-along this week. I know you guys will love it. Let's do it real quick. Let's just show
the
you.
good friends.
Let's
I want my baby back, baby back.
Fuck you, Gurky. Fuck.
And
I'm
that
trying
is
to
kinda
set it.
special.
Trying to
Are
set
you
it
talking
up.
to me?
No, Gurky's a piece of shit. I'm trying to set it up. We'll go to here. We do this, and we say we'll be back next week.
This is the sing-along Polyester blend deserves.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Where you been? It wasn't easy getting tickets for this game. Yeah, Bob. Eddie, I know exactly
George
what I want. I
Papard.
want the biggest steak you got and a bottle of Lowen
Biggest
Brown.
steak you got.
Steak and Lowen Brown. Dolan, you're a genius.
When you want the taste of a truly great beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Here's to the chef. Here's to the bartender.
Lowen Brown.